good, funny little things. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
movie.
All right. All
Oh,
right. We'll
okay.
Oh
fucking do
shit.
it.
Guys,
Uh,
it's time for trolls.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
The Trolls movies. What have we said? I mean, okay, so how are we gonna do this? Are we here? Let me get the. I
I think
mean,
we're gonna go one movie at a time, and I'll read my notes for each movie.
oh, like
Let's
not
let's
all at
actually give our
once.
opening. Should I read my notes first, or should we give our thoughts on the
We
movie
should give our
first?
thoughts on the movie, and then we can go into the Nightmare Land.
Yeah, I do want to note one thing that I was waiting to say. It's a little thing, but I wanted to wait. I was trading on Scenario last night in the Discord, and one of the people I traded with is a fucking a troll stan. They have the fucking sensitive troll as their profile picture.
Oh my God,
yo,
Floyd! They have Floyd. I know his
Yeah, they have
name. I know
Floyd.
his
They're a Floyd
name.
stan. I
That
don't
his
remember I don't
Okay, I
remember
name.
all
think
their
that's crazy
names.
because I think Trolls 3 is like the weakest with the characters. I don't give a shit about any single
That's it has
brother in the
some.
band except for Branch and then maybe Poppy's
I like
sister.
Floyd. I like
I
Floyd and I
I
like Poppy's sister.
I think they're
Poppy's
all
sister
like
is
the
like my
same.
favorite character in the entire
I
series,
for a
other
second
than Barb.
when I
Say,
watched it for the first time, I really didn't give a shit about her character because it seemed very like here's this random superstar we put in the movie, but her being like not wanting her to leave and then kind of
No,
just
it's
being
it's like
gone for the
real
entire
trauma.
movie.
It's
Yeah,
like
no.
good trauma
That's what I'm saying is that
representation.
she doesn't want her to leave and then they leave and she's sad and she doesn't go with them and then she joins back with them later and she's like I'm saving you.
yeah,
So I
Yeah, I
think
think she's
I thought
awesome.
that was really good. Okay, Trolls 1. We're normal
Trolls
about
1.
Trolls. Trolls 1, I watched it. I actually really liked it just on the fact that it was very. I love jukebox musicals. I like musicals. Anna Kendrick, I think that's her name, who plays Poppy. She's just really
Mhm.
talented singer.
yeah.
And Justin Timberlake is pretty good. I
I
thought it had like
I
a
wouldn't
good
have thought
energy.
I wouldn't have thought of Justin Timberlake as like a good VA, but he's really good as Branch. Like it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah.
go ahead. Or
Oh, the I'll just say my thoughts with movie 1 obviously where it's just like
Mhm.
it was definitely out of all of them I think it has the most concrete story besides 2. Well, that doesn't really make any sense.
we should have music, by the way.
There is music. I just don't know
Is
what.
there?
Let me do intense music because this is intense.
Oh, I just couldn't hear it.
Oh, uh,
How's this?
Holy shit.
Okay, Trolls 1. I thought the comedy. The thing is that a lot of people didn't really like it, but a lot of people kind of ironically, unironically liked it in a sense of like it was so happy and the designs were very malleable to make your own kind of design. And then it was just kind of just nice. The music. I did think the fact there's like a whole thing here about positivity and negativity, but I'll leave Yuki to talk about that bullshit. Basically,
yeah.
I think it's very self-contained and just a nice little movie that probably anyone can enjoy. It has its stupid moments. It has its really clever moments. And that's my thoughts about Trolls 1. Duck.
Um,
We'll get to you, Yuki.
no, I had like general thoughts.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
I came into Trolls 1 thinking it was gonna be really bad. I had incredibly low expectations for Trolls 1, and then getting into it, I was like, wow, this is actually just like a fun movie, and I can get down with that.
I think Yuki said it best. Yeah, I was like, I was not looking forward to it. And then afterwards, I was like, that wasn't as bad as I had made it out to be. It was
Yeah.
an alright. I was like, it was an enjoyable film.
It's definitely a kids movie that has like a soul, which is great.
Mhm.
Great for a kids movie to have a soul. You can definitely notice when a movie doesn't have a soul.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, this one more like, and that one.
Werbo.
Yeah, Werbo. But
Obviously, Chi-Rock.
it has it's a good thing, but it's mostly a good bridge for the other movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Yuki, you wanna say shit for? Oh wait, let me get the thing. Let me get that thing.
Oh yeah, we have to get our trolls gifts and the text.
Oh my god, the
on
trolls
screen.
gifts and the okay, let's do this.
Everyone get ready.
Okay, we need. Honestly, they're all just from Trolls 2.
Yeah, most of them are from
Yeah.
trolls too. If not
I think
all
they're
of
all.
them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all are.
We're insane. I
Yeah.
think there's something wrong with us.
We had a real issue. We watched all 3 of the Trolls movies high, and we were never the same.
Yeah, I think
We
there's
shouldn't have
something
done
wrong
that. I
with
think
us
it
right
changed
now.
something in our brains.
Yeah, this is like what happens when you take acid or something. Like you're
I would
just
say, yeah, there have been. No, that's why happens when you take shrooms. There are people that take shrooms and they're never the same again. Like, and so it's like, I think we did that, except we just got high we just took gummies, watched Trolls once, and it was just downhill for us
Okay,
from
Doc,
there.
I'm taking,
who
I'm
said
taking
we're
your
never
pig
the same?
away.
No, don't take them away.
You can have the worm.
Oh,
And I'm taking your meme away, Yuki.
No, that's okay. It's not Accelerator's time. It's Troll's time. I have my other autistic fixation.
The fact that I think the most frustrating thing that came out of Trolls movies was me continuing to. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about Trolls 3. I was just surprised on how much I didn't give a shit and how much I hated Trolls 3. And then it was like, actually, you want to think about Trolls 3 right now. And it's like, this movie isn't as good as the other ones, but I need to think about it compared to the other 2. It's like a problem. I have a problem. The meta commentary of the Trolls movies. The trilogy. The Trolls trilogy.
trilogy.
Trollogy.
A trology.
Okay, so when are we making Troll Sonas?
Never.
Give me a week.
I'm not that into. Yeah, maybe give me like 2 weeks and I'll come back to it.
It is more likely than I would like to admit.
If I see the both of you guys do it, then I'll do it. I'll cave into
You should
peer
have that
pressure.
one really be okay. That's good.
I have to put them perfectly aligned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to have a nice backdrop of trolls.
Why is this one in front of me?
I don't know.
You tell me.
Okay, we have one more Trolls gif.
Is it the quick fling?
That's actually not true. We have 2 more Trolls gifs.
Oh, God.
We have a lot of these. A lot of them is Mr. Dinkles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we have the squish. You should give that one to Doug.
That's me. Mr.
Like he's
Dinkles.
holding Mr. Dinkles.
Mr. Dinkles is telling me to make a troll sona.
That's really good.
We're so
He's
not.
nodding at you like
We're so
you
not
should do
normal
it.
about trolls.
We're so fucked up.
You know how like when we first watched the fucking like Lion King 1.5 and anti-Semitism and shit, we were like, huh, like all right, like I think I see where they're getting like their points and stuff. And now here we are with
I
trolls.
wanna go back and watch it again.
And here we're with trolls. I'm like, yeah, I can see where videos like that come from.
Oh fuck, we have 2 other Trolls gifs. It never ends.
Yeah,
we have the branch one. The branch where he goes to sleep.
Oh, the branch where he goes to
yeah.
sleep. Yeah.
I love this one.
You can give that to Duck as their other arm.
My other.
It's strangely kind of. You're a loving father of 2.
I was just saying, it's
And
like,
leave it on top as well.
Let's say it's that way. It's like the angel and demon on my shoulder.
You have hands. not good.
It's funny as what it is.
I think
Like,
I need to close Shoost. Is there a way for me to just have the background? Oh my god, is there not? I feel like having Shoost be here is making it really hard on my computer, but whatever.
Do what you need to do.
It isn't. It seems to be running fine. Whatever. One more GIF for the background. Branchly goes to sleep.
Branchly sleep.
I'm hanging in there by a string now.
You have to show up for your children.
Daddy is dying.
You went from doing just fine to exploding.
Yeah, everything's wearing out now.
You're just saying that because we're in a lull right now.
And it's hitting. But in all seriousness, my stomach is really getting fat now.
Well, go. You're free. You're free to leave and take care of yourself at any point.
Yeah. Yuki's Trolls notes.
Okay, I wish I had better music. I'll do Piku Niku. That kind of fits more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the fucking stream looks insane.
This is the most insane fucking stream.
Okay, Trolls. Do we want to put? Okay, Yuki, you want to say your thoughts about the first Troll movie? Your notes.
Yeah, I have my notes. I typed these out, just like different thoughts about things going on as we go through the movies. If I want to say, if you have anything to say about any of these points, or you want to elaborate on them, feel free to jump in at any moment. We're going through here. Trolls 1. Compared to the other ones, the Trolls seem to be more naive than is reasonable, in my opinion. Is that because of a kid movie? It's a kid's movie, or is that because they haven't developed the characters yet? They camouflage with the hair to become a pumpkin. Is this ever shown to be possible again?
Yuki thoughts during the first Trolls movie.
Yeah, it's like they never bring that back up again. A lot of generic background characters as opposed to the future movies. King literally never develops across any of the movies. He's such a flat little shit. Even the Rock Dad in 2 develops more, and he has like 2 scenes. Poppy is a lot more smug and conniving in this one. Seems much more direct in future films. More autistic, actually, and just in love with the world. Much more troll-like. Has the Trolls thing where they drill in bits until they're funny, but things definitely move a bit slower. Later films also have a lot of quote-unquote dead fish jokes, in parentheses, jokes where something happens and is a complete non sequitur, but in this one they hang on them a bit longer and harder. Still funny, but a definite distinction. Bits and songs a bit more forgettable, honestly. Spiders? Are these ever brought up again? I just thought the spiders were freaky, and it was like, this seems weird to just throw out there and not reference again. Oh.
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm getting Sush out of here. We're just gonna go out in the fucking rain.
Yeah. Let's see. Textures are fairly. Yeah. Textures are fairly well defined, like the second, but I feel like it's much more inexperienced. Like they're not as comfortable just throwing a ton of different textures around. Backgrounds and settings feel a little more basic. Random weird creatures are used a lot, like in the second one, which I feel like isn't seen as much in the third one. Everything has a lot less depth, parentheses, stitching is less pronounced, little greebles are less bumpy, which I think is definitely something I noticed. Like if something is sewn together or like has little bits on it, it's much more flat. It's much simpler than they do in future movies. Physical bits and motions have a lot of snap and punch to them, not really any in between the poses, as you could see in Branch Sleep. Just go.
Right here.
There we go.
We got
Let's see. Completely forgot that Cloud Guy is in this one. that's that note.
that's another,
Textures in the city are very sharp and rough. Don't think you see that much going forward, even with the rock trolls. Quote, I'll bite all y'all yummy heads off. Crazy line. Weird way of saying it. Feels out of place. Gordon Ramsay reference. Didn't remember any celebrity references in this one, but they got it. It's the same as the others. Parentheses. There's a second one too. Girl, Bracken wife singing very clearly. Don't remember singing so smoothly in future movies. I know it's a bit, but still. Singing killed my grandma delivery feels different from jokes in future films. Almost feels like they took the energy of the reaction to the joke and rolled with it into the future. Jokes feel fairly standard, but it hits different because of how whole hog they go on them. A lot of conversations where they add a little more every time they reply to someone, in parentheses, the power of voodoo. Toxic positivity versus toxic sadness, which is sort of the whole overreaching theme of the first movie. The trolls are like just they're too positive and nothing is wrong and problems get overlooked, and the Birkins are incredibly sad all the time and it hurts everything because they don't need to be that sad. Threat escalation through the movies feels odd. Here's a quote from Ken's.
Oh my god.
I think that it works really well because in the third movie, they have someone be captured by an enemy and be like they're being tortured and there's no twist at all and that he's working with them. But in the first movie, when someone is captured, they aren't being tortured and actually did betray them, which is a weird backwards escalation, lending more credence to the idea of a 3-1-2 movie order.
Okay, let me. You talk about the 3-1-2 theory in this, right? Or is it just you forgot to describe it?
I bring it up in a few notes here.
Okay, go ahead.
Because all of these these few notes are interesting.
Okay.
Second one also has a betrayal, but a bit different. The betrayal is there, but they feel bad about it. In parentheses, Hickory. All movies have themes of trying to be something you're not. Threat escalation in the movies goes 3-1-2 because culture death is worse than real death to me, I guess. But the betrayal theming goes 3-2-1.
Oh wait, can I say something?
Yeah, expand.
It was the 3-1-2 threat escalation is a slow but torturous death of a small group of trolls. 1 is an entire society of trolls being mass murdered, and 3 is all trolls losing all sense of self-identity, which is like more psychological. Like
it's like it affects.
It goes from a physical threat to a more like emotional threat to a psychological threat. Emotional / insanely physical, but like more reaching than a small group of trolls.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
First movie has a lot of quiet moments and tender moments. I don't think the third movie has a single really quiet and tender moment, even when the emotions that could come with that are there, like with Poppy's sister and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, like with Floyd's, like, okay, we did talk about this. I don't know if you expand upon it, but like I know exactly what you're talking about. It was in the first movie. It's when they're in the fucking pot about to be boiled alive or eaten, and they have that slow moment where they're moving very slowly and subtly, and it's like quiet, and there's no music before they start singing, obviously, to get their hopes back up. In the second movie, it's at the end of there's like some moments where they're like arguing, but there is also the just at the end when everyone's lost the power of music, quotation marks. And in the third movie, there is a slow song, but it's like he's not just standing there singing very solemnly. He's floating around, and things are like the symbolism is flying at your face, and it's kind of like that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Let's see. Lots of good use of color with them coming back to being happy, like Branch becoming really, really blue, paralleling the heartbeat scene in Trolls 2, but there's not really something like that in 3, especially with the color themes. Floyd coming out and almost dying kind of has those feelings, but they just don't use color like they do in the others. Color is so important in the first two, and the third just doesn't use it like that.
They don't even. Honestly, the only time they use color well in the third movie is when they're hanging out with Velvet and Veneer, and that's it.
Yeah, I have some notes relating to Trolls 3 here, but we wrote them down during Trolls 1. Should I just go for it?
I mean, we've already been mentioning Trolls 3 anyways.
Sure, sure.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Had to let Cider out.
Yeah, note about Trolls 3, but the fact that Velvet and Veneer are stealing talent follows in line with how they just sing already existing pop songs and stuff, and the boy band's music is original or at least mashups.
Say the notes. I don't know if that's an addition that you wanted to put at the end or if you wanted to put them now since you're talking about Velvet and Veneer, but maybe we should stuff. Not the race stuff, the stuff about Amy Schumer versus the other actor actually sing.
I'm gonna bring that up in the end because I have that on our DMs. Ken's brings up note about race war with how the boy band's only non-original songs are pop songs, and how the pop trolls are the reason for the race war. Velvet and Veneer only steal talent from trolls with black voice actors. It's like
I didn't say that.
No, that's a second note. That
makes it sound like I said that. I was like, I did not say that.
It's like white musicians stealing from black musicians and shit. It's like they're going down that line and they're doing the Elvis thing about how they're fucking stealing from people because they don't want to give credit to black musicians. Anyway, back to Trolls 1 notes. Callback of Poppy saying, "I know they're probably dead, but I have hope and hope is enough," with how they're all in the pot, even though they know they're probably gonna die, they have hope, and that's enough for them to be happy in that moment.
Yeah, did you go deeper into that, or can I talk about that?
Go ahead, I did not go deeper into that.
Okay, it's like, I feel bad about reiterating on it because you guys heard me talk your ears off about this, literally last night. But it was the idea when they were sitting in silence, and it's like the entire movie, Poppy is like Yuki said, Poppy is like, we have to keep going even if there's no hope. And then at the end of this movie, like talking to Branch to be like, don't give up hope, don't hide, don't run away, we can go save them. And then they're in this pot about to literally be eaten, like their entire society, and there's no way they know how to get out of it. But even in that moment, Branch is like, sings to Poppy and says like, it's okay and we're all here together. Even if we're leaving, we're all leaving together. Or like, we're like here together and we're family and we're friends. And he doesn't provide a way to escape. They kind of just wait, and they're like, they're there together, but they all lose their color because they think they're gonna fucking die. And then he gets everyone's spirits up to like die with dignity, almost, in a sense. It's like they're it's like not dying with dignity, but like dying with no happiness. Like leave happy and don't leave.
Like they're here together and that's enough for them. They don't need to have a plan. They can just be
they together. Do get saved, but I thought that was just so crazy that they were so ready to just like, I don't know, that they were like, we're here together and we don't know how to get out of it, but we're here together. So that's enough. It's just kind of crazy. Okay, keep going. We should wait for Duck.
Did Duck go away?
Yeah, Duck had to go to the restroom or something. How do you like the layout?
It's insane.
I'm gonna change the title to Trolls. Trolls time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Good on Trolls for casting a diverse group of VAs. It's fucking awesome.
Okay, rate the Trolls movies out of, like, your favorite what are your favorite songs from the 3 movies? Like if you had to pick one from each movie.
Okay, so obviously Just Sing is really good in 2.
Heard of it.
I like it's I'm kind of between Family Harmony and Mount Rageous from 3.
I was listening to those two. I was listening to those two too.
I'm kind of stuck between those. I did watch the.
I like the one where they're in the background of Trolls 3 and they whatever they're singing, like the Moving On one. I forgot what it was, but that one was pretty good too.
Yeah, what's the fucking Want You Back one? I have that. I was listening to that as well, but I don't think it's as good as the others. It's between Family Harmony and Mount
The
Rageous.
Rewind one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know what you're talking about.
The mashup song when they're at the beach resort. I really like that one.
All right, continue with your notes. Duck's bag.
Thinking back on it, the choreo of Velvet and Veneer sucks, even though they're snorting Brozone, and Brozone has great choreo. Animation issue likely, doesn't make story sense when the singing is good. Branch is so saturated at the end of this movie. Chronic depression? Question mark.
Wait, do you go more into the dancing thing in the 3rd movie?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll shut the fuck up.
I think I only go a little bit more into the chronic depression thing though, if you want to bring that up.
Yes!
It's just about how I go into it a little bit, but
let me get the receipts.
Yeah.
Because I noticed this when we were watching the Trolls movies, and this is when you know we have a problem, is that at the end of the 1st movie, this is a highly saturated version of what Branch looks like and Poppy looks like in the credits, but it clearly shows how Branch has blue fucking hair. He has blue hair. It used to be black, now it's blue, and he's more green and cyan and shit. Before he was like gray and he had black hair. But in the 2nd movie, seen here, in a sort of music number, is that he is back to almost being the same color as he was here. But if anything, he's like, I actually can't tell. They look kind of similar, but he seems like I think it was that he was saturated. He was less saturated. He was less gray, but also lighter, and his hair was a little bit. It's like something with that. And then in the 3rd movie, honestly the 3rd movie just kind of looks like shit.
Yeah.
He just looks gray.
You should have gotten a picture of Baby B and compared their colors to his adult version.
You're so right, actually. Baby B.
Yeah.
When he was you could say Branch when he was a baby, say Baby B
His
like
name
in
is
the
Baby
movie.
B. His name is Baby B.
They call him Baby B.
That's his name.
But I was basically saying that the whole idea that I was thinking of is that in the 1st movie, he is like joyful. And we were talking about how in the 1st movie, he like gets his colors back. And then in the 2nd movie, they don't go back to when he was just sad or like depressed or isolationist in the 1st movie. They actually become less gray, but more like a little bit more saturated, but still subtle. Yeah, it's somewhere in the middle. Honestly, closer to when he was desaturated in the 1st movie. And in the 3rd movie, it's similar to that. Maybe more gray, but we don't think about the 3rd movie because the colors kind of just are weird. But I like to think that we were talking about, because in the 2nd movie, he's talking about how much he actually likes all the different emotions that come from music besides just pop and happiness. And it makes sense that he's like getting to like the sad parts, and he's like, he just has what was it called?
Chronic depression.
I was like, I forgot it, the actual word, just besides depression. Chronic depression, where he has the sad moments where it kind of is like there's a middle, like he's not just he's not his new happy only self again. He's like he can like flow in between, and even though he was like happy, his more natural state is to be in that middling sort of area, because it's okay to be sad and to kind of have your normal maybe be sad. That's okay. It's like chronic depression, and that's
and
real.
I do go into that a little bit more when we get to 2, but not super deep, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about the chronic depression in 3 because it's kind of like not even a thing. It's like they don't talk about him being sad. They just more talk. What even? Okay, what? Okay, I'm gonna write this down and we can get. I have a thing about Trolls 3, but we can get to it when we get to Trolls 3. Keep going.
Okay, I just have one more note for Trolls 1.
Okay.
They go back to the tree at the end of 1, but it looks like they're not there in 2. Also, where is the string in 1? More of a hypothetical, but I think it's interesting. And that's it.
Okay, is there
That's my Trolls 1 notes.
Yeah, Trolls 1.
That one had the least notes.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think I can make it through these notes.
That's okay. You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I've been like listening, and I'm like, yeah, and then my body's like, are you either focus on listening and you let your legs fall off, or we go to bed? And I was like, bed does sound good right now.
Yeah, just go to bed, man. Plus, you can join on your phone and you can listen to Yuki's troll notes and fall asleep.
Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares about trolls.
Yeah, probably.
It was a fun stream. It was a fun stream.
Bye, Doug.
Remember when we didn't think this was going to be 10 hours long?
We were fools.
I knew it would be.
So...
I always have hope in chicanery.
We're getting better at this, though.
Grab you by the neck. Yeah, you should have warned everyone.
We're keeping energy higher. We're conserving it. We know what we're doing now.
Yeah. I probably would be up there with you guys if I wasn't sick.
That's okay.
Yeah, I said thank you for having me. Thank you for doing
it. Who do you want to carry your children? Do you want Yuki to carry your children?
Yeah, have Yuki carry them.
Okay.
Oh man.
Actually, I was gonna say, yeah.
I'll move Yuki to the middle
much.
because she's talking.
I'm reading my notes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah. You have the spotlight. Ken's is surrounded by all the gifts, but I need someone to take care of my children.
I need someone to take care of my children.
That being said, before you go, where do we want to put Trolls 1 on the tier list?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I want to say it's good shit.
I think it's good shit.
Pleasant.
It can go with Happy Feet too.
All right, yeah.
Lower than Happy Feet too, though.
All right, I was gonna say.
Happy Feet
That being said, I do have to give my take. I think fucking World Controls World Tour. That one's a holy shit. I guess the holy shit award.
Oh, we'll get there.
It's yeah. Just update me on where Trolls World Tour goes, and yeah. And that, you guys have a good night. Have fun talking more about Trolls. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bye, Duck. Okay, I gotta get these kids.
You gotta just start the kids out.
Throw them out.
No, get them out, sorted out.
Okay, where's the other kid? Don't throw them out. Where's the other one? It was above, so it's one of these. Here it is. Say ah, Yuki.
Good positioning.
It doesn't feel right.
The corner's a little bit harsh, but I feel like the rest. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Wait, because of the connection with the kind of shoulder.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. I'm gonna put it behind you so you could have more of a
an on-screen presence.
Yeah, you don't have to be covered. Like, what the hell is the formatting here?
By the way, me saying an on-screen presence is a reference I am the only one who will get because it's a reference to my Trolls 3 notes.
I'll put them like kind of existing around you.
Yeah, I like the rotation.
If anyone has problems with how we're doing things, you shut up. We're so good at trolls right
We're
now.
having fun.
Oh my god. Yes!
There we go.
Wait, why? Get that behind me.
It's like I've got wormy wings.
let me move Poppy's image. God,
Yeah, like to the right
I think we have
behind
brain
you.
problems.
Oh, I definitely am. Talking about this on stream has made me very self-aware of how fucked up I am about these movies.
Yeah, you ever think about how insane we are about movies? It's like we don't know because we're always talking about it in our silly little world, and then we go do it to the
Yeah, now
public,
we're
and we're
talking
like,
about
oh
it in
fuck, we
public,
have
and
a
it's like,
problem, I
oh
think.
god, I really like trolls, guys.
Oh my god,
It's fucked up.
what type of troll would you be?
Oh fuck! I had only considered myself being
Rock
like
troll?
a pop or rock troll.
I need to fucking get this.
Because like even though my music, I was thinking about this actually watching Trolls 2, that my
Wait.
music taste probably lines up. Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah, I want to hear, but I gotta live in this little bit. I really wish there wasn't someone I had to like make sure that they didn't like. I would leave her out there just to be bitching and moaning, but I have to like pay attention to her. She's gonna have an issue. Okay.
Yeah, my music taste probably aligns up a lot with the EDM fish, but
Oh.
I don't really like their designs as much. It's not bad, it just doesn't feel like me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Where do I put? Oh my god, I'm gonna put it there. Yes.
Imagine crossbreeds though.
Oh my god, yeah, I was thinking about that. What would you think? What would you think?
EDM rock for an industrial electronic troll.
Ah, we should do that. We should make it happen.
And I say, I wanna watch it again. Yeah, I think
I
that's, I think that might be where I lie. What are you?
That's such a good
You could be a country pop, like how crossbreed.
country.
Cause you like singer-songwriter stuff.
That's true, and horse. But I also like funk. I just like how the funk girls look.
The funk and country are very similar, so you could incorporate elements of both of them.
Yeah, but classical too. Pegasus.
You could be a Pegasus.
Like classic funk. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta think of. We'll think of something.
Classical
We
funk.
have brain problems.
We have brain problems.
Yeah, brain worms. We have brain worms. This UI.
This is insane.
I'm taking a
This
photo.
this looks really good.
We look like real Trolls fans.
It's like we have a Trolls World Tour
Welcome
poster
now
on our
that Duck's
wall.
gone. Welcome to the girl sleepover part of the tier list.
The girl asterisk.
Yeah, girl asterisk where we just like, oh my god, let's psychoanalyze trolls. Stream is still going. We're going insane about the Trolls movies.
I'll hit enter on my movies I want to rewatch now.
Enter? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been collecting
I think
them.
that sounds good. Okay, I'm ready now.
So I think we want to have our initial discussion about Trolls 2.
Oh yeah,
And then we'll
okay.
get into notes. I fucking love Trolls 2.
Oh my god, Trolls 2 is ascendant. It's another level. It's not even comparable to the other two movies.
Yeah, it is so far and above the other two movies. I don't want to be. Actually, we'll talk about rankings when we're finished reading our notes. But
It's 3,
holy
1,
shit,
2,
it's so
so 3,
good.
1, 2, 3. Well, actually, 1 and 3 is. I know that's a lot more flippy floppy for you because you're becoming insane about the third movie.
Yeah,
And
I
so am
think
I, so
objectively
fuck
it's
you.
3-1-2. Yeah.
What's that?
I think objectively it's 3-1-2, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Um,
what are your thoughts about it? Because I have watched it for real time, but only recently, technically, have you watched Trolls World Tour. So what was your thoughts going into it,
it
experiencing it?
feels like the perfect evolution of everything that Trolls 1 is. It just goes super hard, it throws everything around, it feels really good, and I enjoy every second of it. There's not a dull moment to me, and just every single bit is delicious, and I want to eat it up.
Oh man, it's such a good expansion of the first movie, while also kind of ignoring that the first movie ever happened, which is really funny.
Yeah, it like takes what there was and just moves forward.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really build upon any of it. It just uses that as a starting point.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wait, was that your thoughts?
Yeah,
General thoughts? Okay.
that's my general thoughts.
My general thoughts is that people fucking often say this is the worst one, and those people are dead wrong.
I don't get it. I
I
don't get how
don't
anyone can say this is the worst
I don't
one.
get it either. It sounds
It's
crazy because
fucking
it's like
awesome.
so much bigger in magnitude, and this is where the 3-1-2 theory comes in. The magnitude of the movies works in 3-1-2, and it should have worked that way. They even live in the fucking troll tree in the third one. It should be 3-1-2.
Yeah, they that's what my note about them not being in the tree in 2. It's like you see that they're in the tree in 3 because they fly out of there at the beginning before the wedding, but we don't really see anything about it in 2. It almost looks like they're still in the village under the ground in 2.
Yeah, yeah. And then another thing that I fucking loved is that rock music is great. All the designs of all the different thing is great. They kind of
the
clowned on classical
animation.
music, making them babies. I mean, it's cool that they're cherubs, but it's kind of like the fact that they look so uncool is a little mean to me. But I get
think
it.
it's
I get
okay.
it. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. But it's like an evolution of style. It's so much more beautiful and different textures and different places and different people and designs, and the fact that that's like the point is that differences matter so much, and then people are like criticizing Poppy, but also they're technically wrong, but Poppy's not listening to them, which isn't a good thing for a queen to have. You don't have just people yes man you, which is the entire point of Barb and Poppy's like they compare like Barb compared herself to Poppy, and Poppy was like no fucking way, and then but that's like
It's
actually true.
It's true, because neither of them are listening to other people.
Yeah,
Poppy's not
like-
listening to her friends, and Barb isn't listening to her competitors.
Yeah, Barb was saying about stuff like it's like it sucks when people just say yes to you all the time. And in that moment, Poppy knew that she was being a bad queen because she always had people who were willing to stand up to her, but she just ignored them, and now she was captured by the government. Okay, I'm ready.
Roll notes 2.
Dude!
All right. There's a heartbeat at the beginning that matches it up with the end of the movie.
We only
You
noticed
can
this
hear-
when we watched it for the third time.
Yes, we only noticed on the third rewatch that the heartbeat from the end of the movie shows up at the beginning of the movie. And it's nuts.
It's fucking nuts!
It's nuts! The zipper on Barb's ship sounds like a growl, and it's fucking awesome. It's so like textural, but also animalistic, and I really like it. All the motions have such weight to them, like the swinging and swimming and spinning, and all that feels like it has motion in it. especially when Barb goes into her house for the first time. Barb has such a weight and motion to all her movements.
Oh
She
my
just hits
god.
and
I just want
flows
to
and
watch
swings
Trolls
between
2
everything. Yeah,
again.
she hits and flows and swings between everything, and it feels like it pops it and bops it.
What was that song she was singing when we were like fucking
Rock Me Like a
exploding?
Hurricane, was it?
No, that was the first one. It's when she got out of the water for the first time. Crazy,
Uh,
that's how it
oh, Crazy Train?
goes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That we were watching that yesterday, and we were just being like, animation's so
I love
good.
Barb. I
I
love
love
Barb a
Barb.
lot.
I need to check on the differences between the rock trolls and the pop trolls because I can't remember because the rock and the pop trolls are very similar, but I'm trying to see if the rock trolls do actually have pointed ears compared to the curled ears of the pop trolls, or if that's just
Hmm.
Barb or because they're
I will
very
want to take
similar.
note of that. I think it is a species thing.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm really worried we're getting what's that thing where it's like we're gonna have to kill this guy and it's damn, but it's like Yuki, I think we're gonna have to watch the Trolls DreamWorks series on fucking Peacock, and it's like
Hey,
damn.
hold on. Don't say that because listen, I have remember the thing I was gonna say after we talk about Troll.
Okay, go ahead. We're watching it right now. Why? Okay, go ahead.
Um, yeah, linking with the themes of cultural appropriation in the third movie, the entirety of two is about how it's important to have separate cultures, but also to enjoy other cultures without overtaking them.
Yeah. Oh, can I say something?
It's like some people like bits of other cultures, but it's important that you don't you either one try to steal them or two crush them into the ground.
Yeah, or like force them to change.
Yeah, you can enjoy them, but
That was like the thing where and I said I need to stop saying I said this to you like I'm not explaining this in front of some people, but it's
mhm.
like the whole thing about Poppy's entire idea was like good. It was like a good answer and a bad answer at the same time of like starting out she wanted to get everyone together, but it was like oh, it was Barb who was like, actually, she did technically do a good thing in sort of a bad way. Was it
Yeah,
like a good thing, like bad thing for the right reason, sort of
yeah,
thing?
her goal was understandable, but she did it in an incredibly destructive way because she didn't listen to everyone else.
Yeah, but it also kind of goes into the thing where she brought everyone together when everyone was literally ethno-state
Yeah,
separated.
it's literally just like
And brought it to
segregated on
the
like a national level.
yeah, and then she brought everyone together to combine them, but to also erase their identities and like make them into fucking rock zombies. But in the end, when it
Mhm.
was actually dealt with, she brought everyone together and everyone recognized their differences and were singing together.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Hey, you fucked up, but like you get it now, okay?
Hashtag Barb was right. No, I'm
Okay."
kidding. I'm gonna take off this
Barb
red hat while I say that.
Barb had good intentions, but she fucked up and she learned from it.
Yeah.
All right. Branch being sadder, in parentheses, less saturated, also links up with how in 3, the music industry profited off of him literally being a crybaby, and after growing up, he has to learn that he can just be himself and doesn't have to fully
Oh
break
my
or fully
god!
embrace what everyone thinks of him.
Okay, I was literally about to ask something about how I didn't know how 3 implemented into his like sadness sort of character arc through all 3 movies, and
Yeah.
that totally gets it. I literally said, "What the fuck was like?" It was him going back on like people were making not like I mean not really making fun of him, but treating him like he was super emotional, so he got
Yeah, that's all
isolationist and
people
closed himself
saw in
off.
him. Or like they at the very beginning of the movie, it's like, hey, don't talk about that. You're gonna make Branch sad. It's like that's all they saw him
Oh
as.
my god, I fucking hate these movies.
It's so
I
real.
hate this movie so much. I hate what these movies done to us. This is like Cats again. This is fucking terrible.
It's crazy because
Like
like as a
Cats, but a
kid,
million times worse.
yeah, as a kid, he like he was exploited and everyone only saw him as being like emotional and like a crybaby, and so he grew up to sort of be that way and just be sad all the time and be scared. And he learns that he doesn't have to be that way, but he also doesn't have to force himself to fully break from being sad about that, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in some of these later notes, specifically talking about the country trolls. Because we have a lot of stuff about that.
Are you cool with me butting in to talk about shit while you're...
It's literally, I said
It's
at the
like,
beginning,
that's the
I want you to
point.
butt in.
Okay,
I would feel weird if you didn't butt in.
That's true. I love the back and forth. There's
Yeah, please,
no
butt
one in
in.
chat. They're like, we don't even want to know. It's like watching two like people in straitjackets like fight.
Yeah.
Okay,
watching two people in straitjackets try to hug. It's just like, it's a hug time.
God damn it. Okay, keep going.
2 definitely goes from thing to thing way faster, and it's great.
Yeah.
Let's see. High five between Branch and Poppy is kind of like the high five in the first one with Cloud and how they missed, but it's not malicious, it's just they're out of sync with each other.
They're out of sync with each other. God, that scene too is really good. When
It's really
words get in our way, that's fucked up. That's actually fucked up.
Let's see. Cultural appropriation stuff linking up with the line of the prince where he says, "History is written by the victors."
I'll have you know it's scrap glued and glittered by the winners.
Okay, yeah.
this is terrible.
The graphical fidelity is so much better in this one, as well as loads of little audio goodies, in parentheses, the little voice thing when they pluck the pop string at the beginning. Like, are they pluck it and it goes like... This was really good. Continuation on the fact that King never changes through the movies. He actually gets more prejudiced as time goes on. In the first movie, he's afraid of a threat and refuses to change. Then in 2, he's afraid of other cultures and refuses to change. Then in 3, he's afraid of his own family and refuses to change.
It's really funny.
I'm not saying.
The thing is that it's really funny, but it's like I almost wouldn't change it because I think it's the fact that he just gets worse is hilarious.
It's really funny. He just keeps getting more and more
the fucking
prejudiced.
lions outside our door aren't like don't just ignore them, or it's like we don't need to deal with it. Don't get your friends back, and then like don't worry about the other races, they don't exist, and don't worry, you don't have a family. I swear, there's no extra family out there.
It's like one, it's like, okay, I see why you feel that way. That's understandable. 2 is like, hey man, like that you should probably like learn from this. And 3 is like, you've gotta be kidding me.
Is this just a thing with you?
Yeah, it's just like this is just a thing. Let's see. Continuation on the sharp texture things. There's a big difference between capitalized troll sharp, what we see with the rock trolls, and capitalized Birkin sharp, what we see with the concrete.
I loved hearing you talk about fucking Bergen sharp. Bergen, not Birkin.
Birkin, yeah.
Bergen sharp versus troll sharp during the second movie.
I'm just saying. There's more notes about it right here, so like...
Yeah, go for it.
The broken stick in 1 is way sharper looking than the literal spears in 2. Maybe them becoming more familiar with different tones and themes? Or maybe it's saying that Branch has become more troll than he was before because he's not as sharp. He used to dedicate his entire life to surviving the Bergens, which made him more similar to them.
Whoa.
And as a result of that, his textures and the things he created were much more like the Bergens than the trolls.
I wonder how intentional it was having... It was probably extremely intentional in the first movie to have, like, branch kind of be like an exact replication of not wanting to quote not wanting to be happy, which isn't, or just not knowing how to be happy when you've kind of been sad, all like emotional and sad all your
entire
life.
life you've just been sad. That's been your thing.
Oh fuck, man.
It's chronic depression. Yeah.
It's just good.
It's really good. Barb playing the classical thing on the guitar makes them kind of like the pop trolls in how they're taking elements from the other genres, while simultaneously showing that mixing the genres can be good. Barb saying, "Are they making fun of me?" shows how oftentimes not listening to other people comes from a place of insecurity. That's a really cool line. Small detail about how the couch has been stitched back together right where it gets cut in half again. It's like showing that it's happened before.
Yeah, I was saying how I thought it was just like patched together because the entirety of the rock trolls is like denim patches and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just a part of it, but no, it's just that the story is that Barb just likes to chainsaw that specific part of the sofa every single time. So it's
she's such an autistic queen. Oh my god. I was just saying. Another note about the Dead Fish comedy with, actually I'm doing this for college credit, and do you think any government stands a chance? It's like they
get your bottle.
Yeah, they do it in all the movies. It's just slightly different. Branch talking about accepting sadness and how he likes the country because it's about accepting sadness. They also do the tear crying bit not only in the country section but with the rock trolls because the music is so awesome, which shows Branch that there are many reasons to cry and there is depth to sadness.
Fuck yeah.
Everything is about acceptance of cultures and sadness and all the movies are about acceptance.
Yeah.
Talking about Troll Sharp again, we see concrete again in the country town, but since it's troll stuff, it's all felt and soft and yarn instead of sharp like the Bergens. It's so real.
It's so real.
Yeah. Country trolls aren't afraid of the rock trolls because with their music, they've already accepted sadness and are prepared to face what comes, unlike everyone else. Real.
Oh, yeah.
Things get cut and torn and ripped so much more in 2 than in 1. I don't remember anything like that in 3 either, honestly. So much in the country town gets fucking destroyed and you see the fluff and everything. It's great. I also want to draw a connection between weird alternate style choices with the scene of Worm Dude. What's his name?
Mr. Dinkles.
Mr. Dinkles. Well, with the scene of Dinkles almost dying compared to the 2D animated sections in Trolls 3. It's
They're like Flapjack style.
Yeah, it's interesting how despite oftentimes 2D being seen in 3D is better, in this case Trolls 2 section with the cutouts and whatnot with Dinkle is much better because it feels like an appropriate style switch.
Yeah, I get what you mean there. That it's like a lot of times for jokes they like to superimpose 2D images on top of 3D images. It's like the fucking super realistic tiger, which I think it's literally called. But what the fuck was the point of that?
Right?
Mr. Dinkles dying is just like a beautiful sort of Monty Python, like,
it's just kind of awesome.
Yeah, just an awesome
beautiful.
Like mash of different styles, almost like, what is the thing, like, not Last Supper, but like with the mural that the guy made.
Like the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, like the fucking style of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, let's talk about how he wanted to die. Hashtag Mr. Dinkles. Give
Yeah, he wanted to die.
Mr. Dinkles death.
I mean, I think Mr. Dinkles has a very intimate understanding of sadness because he's a therapist, so he can
Oh
kind of
my god!
he can come to accept things much quicker than other trolls would because he's worked through so much of this with other people. He knows how to handle these kinds of emotions.
Yeah.
We're fucked up.
We hit 10 hours.
Yeah. Oh, in 10 seconds, it's 10 hours. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 hours.
10 hours! Trolls! Okay, keep going.
Holy shit. Yeah. 2 sets up a Chekhov's gun with the gumdrops at the same time as it references the gun from the previous film of Hug Time, almost as if to hint to the viewer that this will be important later. Eh? I think that's really cool.
Was Hug Time a Chekhov's gun? I mean, I know it came up later, but doesn't a Chekhov gun is used? They didn't really use Hug Time, did they? Like they use the gumdrops, but they don't use Hug Time. They just like it just comes back.
I know they did because I brought that up, and then someone was like, "Oh, they used Hug Time in the last one as well." I don't remember how, but that was said by someone.
They did use They used the Hug Time bracelet because it was Poppy's sister's Hug Time bracelet.
Well, there's that in 3, but I was thinking of something in 1.
Oh, something in 1? I don't know if any. I mean, they use it as an emotional moment in the pot before they're gonna get eaten, but it's not really. They don't use it. They don't use.
We have to watch it again.
Fuck. Damn.
We'll have to watch it.
We have to
Somebody
watch the
mentioned
Trolls
that it
movies
was, and
again.
I was like, that
Damn.
seems interesting. But I think it's interesting that they bring that back at the same time as
I
they
can't
introduce
wait
something
to
new.
watch. Actually, let's wait till the end so you can say your special thing or whatever you're gonna say.
Yeah,
I feel like you're gonna bring it up. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I will bring it up. Absurdism
You
is
bet
much
I
more
will.
embraced in this movie. Especially with like Mr. Dinkle. It's just very absurd. More random creatures. We love to see it.
Do you have anything in there for the smooth jazz troll and Hickory's sexual tension?
I bring the next note is about them, but I don't bring up the sexual tension.
I think I wonder if I mean, I don't know if the reggaeton and the K-pop trolls and the smooth jazz trolls, because I know okay, now that I think about it, I'm thinking of the subgenres.
Bounty hunters are in a polycule.
But I'm thinking
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm trying to think if they're like different species, because all the K-pop trolls have that very shiny glimmer to them, and I don't know if that's just a thing. And the reggaeton ones have like that metallic glaze
patterns.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Them.
They have patterns in there of a different material, and the smooth jazz trolls literally flies or something, but I don't know if that's just an ability.
No, it's definitely a different species, because also the yodeling trolls have that like weird,
like
they
really
have
super
like
short
weird proportions and hair, and
but they also look like pop trolls.
A little bit, but you could say the same thing about rock trolls. They look very similar to pop trolls.
That's true. I guess we're gonna have to watch it again and see.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it again. Let's go around. We always want to watch it again. Let's see. Yeah, another Dead Fest joke with Hickory kicking the smooth jazz troll.
That was awesome.
It comes back again.
Ooh,
it's very nice.
Ah.
Interesting how despite the water in 3 being simulated, the water in 2 looks much better, even though it's just flat with some wiggling. It's crazy.
It's like a gel almost.
Yeah,
but like not even like a gel that feels like it's like simulated in some way. It's like almost like glue.
A solid object. Yeah. It congeals, but the water in 3 is simulated, and it looks much worse in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to make it look interesting.
Yeah. Depth of field feels way stronger in 2 than it does in 3 or even 1.
Honestly, I think the depth of field in 1 is better than... I mean, okay, we go into a whole thing about how 3 looks worse than the other 2.
I bring up depth of field about 20 different times in my Trolls 3 notes, and that might not be an exaggeration.
I think I'm excited for that. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. The Funk City is so stylized, it really shows what's possible.
Wait, that's why I need to... Wait. I'm still thinking about
VR chat world.
fish. Hey.
we could make a fun troll VR chat world.
I'm thinking about, because I heavily doubt you have the thing in your notes about like fish to man to man to
No.
centaur to centaur
No,
to horse
I did
to
not
horse.
understand what the fuck you were trying to say.
I'm trying to
I did not
think.
put that down.
I'm trying to think of like the race to see if the races are more based on their music or based on like a sort of evolutionary state and on their music. Like it goes fish to horse because of evolution, and just like, and then horse becomes centaur because it's like slowly going to man, and then man.
Are you saying like what
centaurs
if a
aren't
new
real.
genre appears? How does a new troll appear?
I'm thinking,
is it like an evolution or does it just happen?
I'm thinking of the spectrum of how the races look and trying to connect
like how
similarities
they relate
between
to each
them.
Other.
Yeah, like an in between, like how there's in betweens on like the funk trolls, and how they have like ones that stand on 2 legs and ones that stand on 4 legs.
That's
you can say the ones that stand on 2 legs. What?
It's very autistic of you for wanting to sort things into defined like sections.
I mean, as a spectrum, but yeah. But in
All right,
a
so
sense
you're
that
gay and autistic. What else?
Sort But the trolls that stand on the troll horses, funk trolls that stand on 2 legs, closer to being closer to the pop trolls or the rock trolls that stand on 2 legs, compared to the horse, the ones that stand on 4 legs being closer to the centaur trolls, like the country trolls, because they stand on 4 legs. And then kind of going, so it goes like, just like regular evolution, besides centaurs don't exist, obviously. It's like fish to animal, aka fish to mammal, aka horse, and like half horse centaur / half horse, half man, like with the funk trolls. Then it goes to horse like the funk trolls. Oh wait, I mean, no, we already went to horse, and then it goes to human or just man with like the rock trolls and the pop trolls, and then that goes to cherub with the classical trolls, you know? Do you get what I mean?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay, I just thought that was an interesting thought. That's just what I think it is interesting, yeah. It's so, yeah, that's just the way I was thinking of sorting them. Okay, you could continue. I just wanted to say it.
You're right. The audio goodies continues with hitting the jazz out of their head.
Hey, Red Lightning, we're talking about trolls.
Yeah, hello, it's the troll section. Trolls 3 could never do the lore rap. That's the next note.
What would they have? They would have nothing to say. There's no lyrics for maybe what they were doing nothing for 19 years.
Yeah, fucking Trolls 3 could never. The funk battle theme literally sounds like a classic interpretation of sampling. It's fucking so good.
I love the funk battle theme.
Yeah. Desert sand versus the sand when they step out of the bubble that's more felty, where the desert sand is very glittery.
Oh yeah.
I think it's interesting. Silk layered on top of the fucking dance song thing, and the silk is the same colors as Branch and Poppy are, and it flows with them together. It's nuts.
We actually have the photo for this one. So
you have a picture of it, yeah.
It's this one. It was just an interesting, for people watching, it was just an interesting that they were dancing, and it kind of just, it was a very interesting sort of like, usually they would have it be, I don't know, you could really cheap out on the effect here on like,
it's like when they moved, it pushed the silk around like they were moving like underneath ripples like on the water.
Yeah,
it
so
was
strange.
Very high fidelity, and it looked great, and it's both of their colors on the stuff. So it's very appropriate. I really like it.
I know fuck all about it because it didn't look interesting to me. No, I get it.
I get it. I'm not sure about it either.
No, it's like that used to be us. You didn't give a shit about trolls, and now you're a problem.
I thought it was gonna be bad, and now I'm a problem. I have my essay here.
And honestly, that's probably not. It's probably just an us thing. And if you watch all 3 movies and you don't give a shit, that's probably a normal way to.
Pretty normal, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Branch has such an expressive face in the K-pop section. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my god,
Like,
that's so
remember
true.
how he
He's
was
having
like
so much
kind of like
fun.
forced smiling and like, oh, I'm gonna dance right now. It's like that.
It is
This
very cute how into it he gets into the dancing.
Yeah, this movie uses zippers so well all over the place. It's so sick. Which I do bring up again later, actually. The reggaeton troll says, I'm listening, after the Poppy argument where she's not listening. This movie does so much for women. That's the whole note. One good thing about 3, it develops the baby diamond bitch a good amount. A lot of the other background trolls just get left in the dust, though.
Are we in 3?
No, I was just
Okay.
thinking about it.
Okay.
Because they're in this movie, they just don't get as much development.
They are born in this movie.
Yeah. They change outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Their clothes actually have texture, and they're not just sitting on the body.
Branch's
the
Branch's vest kind of felt like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shitty vest. Sorry, Floyd. Shitty vest.
Yeah, it's true. I do actually have several notes about Branch's vest for Trolls 3,
Holy
so
shit.
we'll get there.
Okay.
The Poppy winking at the Funk Trolls. That's the entire note. I just like it's real like when she's about to shoot them and then she's
that
like
was such a cool
wink
scene.
and then turns over.
I love rock music. It was so cool how they did that. It's just a good scene. I love rock.
And we have I love the quote, if everyone is punk, then what are we gonna rebel against?
Yeah.
Or like if everyone's
Who's
us,
gonna
then
know,
how are we gonna be cooler than them?
How are they gonna know we're cool?
Embracing yourself means becoming gay, with fucking Barb getting rainbow hair and rainbow lava and rainbow everything.
We're not gonna go into how much I agree with that because I know me and you are both insane about everyone gay theories, but
we're not gonna get into it.
We're not gonna get into it because people will have words with us, and that's why we only talk about it in private.
Okay, but I think it's funny.
But you're right. I'm just saying I agree with you.
Another comparison to the 2D style from 3, we have
it's called letting go of your limits.
Yeah, it's about being your true self and not holding yourself back.
They're hitting me with things.
The 2D style of 3 compared to the scrapbook lore style of 2. The one from 2 feels way more appropriate than the 2D style in 3. And that's all the notes I've got.
Okay, I have to go to the restroom.
Okay, I'm gonna get another drink.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh shit, we gotta put Trolls 2 on the list. Hello?
Hello?
We have to put. Oh wait, I need to turn the lights on. I can't. Okay, cause if we're on Trolls 3 now, we have to put Trolls 2 on the
Oh yeah, I interrupted myself.
Remember when we were doing this? We should
Remember
upload
when
the
we were
Trolls
ranking
rant
movies?
separately.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, okay, it feels wrong, honestly, to put it in cinema because I don't think it's cinema, but I
That's
think
what I
it's.
was gonna say. It's like I don't want to get overzealous, but I really fucking like it.
I feel like, okay, let's put it in cinema just because time is fleeting and the contemporary thing for us right now. That's totally the wrong way to use that word. Or just like the moment in the now. We are super obsessed with this and inside our minds, so I think it has validity.
Yeah, it's like it's here with us right now, and we love it. We don't have to hold ourselves back from loving it.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
You are my worst enabler.
I'm just saying we can love things and we don't have to care.
The way you get me into games and movies is the best and the worst thing ever. And I think it's the same for you.
Yeah, absolutely. With me being like,
to have someone there to say yes to you because it's like this might as well happen is like, probably not good, but it's really fun.
Yeah, when I was like, should I really do spins on this scenario thing? And you're like, what else are you gonna use it on? Like, okay. You're right.
That's so. It's like it's the same with professional projects too.
Yeah, it's like, is this better or this better? It's like, obviously this video. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's keep going. Nightmare duo.
Did you get most of the tier list done? Yeah, we're actually on the last movie.
We're on the last.
We're on to Trolls 3.
Band together.
Band together.
Let's think of a Trolls rewrite after this, because obviously Trolls 3 doesn't really work if he can sing, if he's traumatized to sing in the first movie, but let's talk about Trolls 3.
Wait. You're right. Well, I guess it's.
I mean, obviously it doesn't fit perfectly.
Well,
we have
that's
to
the
find
thing,
a way
because
to
he
make
was
it
singing
fit
and then his grandma died. Well, what I'm wondering is when the second.
Because also
band...
the Bergens is a thing, because the Bergens are not a problem in the first movie, and that kind of matters. But they're a problem in the first one.
Yes. What I'm thinking though as well. So here's the outline. Fucking Branch baby, grandma dies. He stops singing. Where does the second band that Branch was in come in? If from grandma death to 1, he doesn't sing.
I mean, I think he was in the. I think it goes boy band, baby B branch, baby B boy band.
Whoa.
Baby B boy band, then grandma dies, then he stops singing, then Trolls 1 happens, and then he gets into singing, and then he joins a boy band, aka NSYNC, and then Trolls 3 happens. So maybe somewhere in Trolls 2.
People would recognize him though, right?
Well, no, because, I mean, I don't think so, because no one recognized him when he was just hanging around as an isolationist, even though people knew who he was. They didn't know he was a part of a boy band. Just
because he was a baby, but he was in the other band as an adult.
Yeah.
So if he was in the other band after Trolls 1...
Why doesn't anyone recognize...
Why doesn't anyone recognize him as a boy band member in 2?
No, because I don't think it's that big of a deal in 2. Like, I think it's like no one recognizes him. It's like, oh, it's Brad. She's like the fucking pop trolls fucking queen's boyfriend, and he's I guess it's like they're singing in everything. Like he was like, he's probably definitely in a band, but it's like less serious, as this was like the big boy band when everyone was in the fucking ghettos.
I'm putting NSYNC on the same level as Brozone, which it's just not. So that makes sense.
It's more of a. It's definitely not.
NSYNC has nothing on Trolls.
All right. Trolls 3. Right, so oh wait, we should be talking about our general thoughts, yeah.
General thoughts on Trolls 3. At first, when we watched it, I wanted to unalive myself.
Yuki
during
said
that
she
movie.
wanted to blow her brains out.
Yeah, I said if there's not a musical number in the next 5 minutes, my brains are
It's
gonna splatter against the
against the wall.
wall.
And I was the very same on this. We were just not feeling it. I don't know if it was compared to two, we just weren't feeling it, or we were just like really not vibing with how kind of
Yeah,
shitty
I
it
don't
looked
know.
compared to the second movie.
It is definitely a step down in a lot of ways
Yeah,
from Trolls 2.
and you definitely put this in your notes, but it's like there's so many characters that they put together that I'm almost entirely sure it's so they could just have star power. Eric Andre, that other guy that does the
Yeah.
musicals, where they just have star power and it doesn't mean anything, but it's like it's overall worst movie, but why do we like it?
Yeah, but
we
then
watched
we
it
watched
again.
it 2 more times, and I'm actually kind of losing my mind over it now and listening to the soundtrack and liking the characters and
yeah, but
it's not better.
I am still not convinced on the characters because I know that it is unintentional, but building it's like building a fucking fake reality here. We're like taking very subtle things and kind of running with it instead of just like this was just thought up last second and it doesn't mean anything. It's the shit
from Lion King 1.5 where we're like we're taking little bits and then they get amplified because we keep watching it again. It's like, oh, and I go back.
The only reason why we did that is because we kept hearing people were standing it and being super. And the thing is that I don't even think we're seeing it like them. I think we're seeing it in a possibly second worst way. We're experiencing it in an even we're experiencing it in a fandom that's worse and even less healthy than what they're doing.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
God damn it. We should you know what we should do?
What?
We should get high at MFM and watch all the 3 Trolls movies. Next time
God, you're right. You're fucking God. You're right. You're right.
Holy shit.
God damn it.
Remember when we were like innocent and I was like, we gotta watch the next Trolls movie, guys, and then we were like, we didn't like it, we thought that was that, and then it wasn't that.
And it wasn't it.
Okay.
Remember when I suggested we watch it again? Everything.
And I was like, "Fuck you, Yuki," and then we did, and I got dragged into hell with you.
We're different now.
What is it? It's like you're what's that fucking story about the guy who's like, you can have your girlfriend, but you're not allowed to look back, or she goes straight back to hell.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's me looking back and then getting sucked into Trolls hell.
Yeah, you look back at the movie and it's like
and it's still not good. Is the thing is that it's genuinely not a good movie, but we're just thinking about it in a way that we're making it into a good movie.
There's parts of it that we really like, but overall it's not great.
Shout out to that really cute scream Poppy makes in that rewind song.
Yeah,
that's still the best thing to me. It's so cute.
In the fucking rewind song
when Branch lifts her up and she's like,
yeah. She gets it in the non-Mount-rageous version of Family Harmony that happens.
Yeah,
in the second rendition, yeah. It's because there's the Mount-rageous version. Actually, it's interesting. I was looking at the soundtrack. The Mount-rageous version of Family Harmony is credited to Justin Timberlake. Well, the non-Mount-rageous version of Family Harmony is credited to NSYNC. Just a little tidbit.
When you're listening to Mount-rageous, because I know you're listening to that song and you're listening to Family Harmony, but when you're listening to Mount-rageous, you could really feel, and I know we go into this in the Trolls 3 notes, it's that they're only at the end, because there's so much bullshit that they're doing that they fucking do not want to show you Velvet and Veneer dancing or doing choreography, probably because I don't even know why, but it's really fucked up.
Yeah, I bring that up a lot in this.
But you could feel it in Mount-rageous because it's honestly the Mount-rageous. It kind of starts really cool because it's really distant and kind of like haunting, but the dead space is kind of sad because they're far away from the fight in this part of the song, but then they actually get into it. It's awesome. Okay. Okay.
These are our general thoughts.
I didn't even say my general thoughts.
Oh god, yeah, I totally forgot. We were
just lost in the sauce, dude.
We were lost in the sauce. You're right.
Wait, but were you done with your general thoughts?
Here,
say your general thoughts again.
Yeah, to me, Trolls 3, comparing it to Trolls 1, Trolls 1 is overall a better movie on the whole, and it's much more consistent, but Trolls 3 has peaks that reach higher than Trolls 1 did. However, the movie as a whole is much worse and less consistent than 1. Go ahead.
I totally agree. It's almost like the original. I don't know. I guess it's like 1 feels a lot more complete, but 3 feels a lot more almost down to earth with its problems. It's like it's so simple that this is where the fucking 3-1-2 theory comes back in a thing.
Good fan service in it that kind of makes it work.
I think it's like 3 needs to be the first movie because it's technically the least big on scope, and then the scope just gets bigger each time. I just think that's interesting.
That's the 3-1-2.
Okay, my general thoughts on the third movie is it was the same thing as Yuki. I watched it. I was not interested. I was like, the only entertaining thing about this movie is the songs. It's like the only cool part about it.
Yeah,
and it was the only reason I was watching it.
The songs are really what hits. The songs are easily the best part.
The character interactions are not as entertaining as the second movie. They're not as deep as the second movie. All the characters, and we go into this, but it's that there's too many characters, so they spend a little time. They spend like half the movie trying to gather all the brothers of the boy band, but like and
they spend so much time just getting everyone together that they don't really have time to do anything together.
Yeah, so it just doesn't really feel that great, but it is that thing where it's like the highs, and it's not even. I think the choreography and the like action scenes in 3 are worse than 1, but somehow more entertaining, which is really fucked up.
You're right.
And that's why we bring that down to earth thing, is that they're a lot more kind of simple, but also more like intimate in a way. But I also don't like it because I feel like Trolls 3 really fucks with the scale, because we spend so much time close up in the sort of band that everyone looks a little bit too big when we should be seeing them as a lot more small characters, which you get that good scale in 2 and you get that good scale in 1, but you don't get it in 3 until you're hanging out with the fucking giants that we never learned the fucking species of.
Yeah, and I bring this up many times, like I've said before, but I feel like a reason that the scale feels kind of weird is because the depth of field they use in the movie is it's got a really hard cutoff when like the characters are completely clear and then immediately after the backgrounds are cut off and super blurry. But in 2 and in 1, there's a much softer, more gradual lead up into the blurring of the background. So you see some like fuzzier parts of the character's hair and clothes are a little bit more blurred. Things in the background slowly get more blurry as they get further away. But 3 is just like it hits hard. There's a stop. It makes it feel like everything is much bigger than it is because you don't get to see those little details. Listen, because there's that like small lead up in the first and second movie, it leads credence to the idea that they're so small that you can see these little differences on them.
Yeah. You're just right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I gotta think about Trolls 3? Trolls 3, I didn't get why everyone was so fucking... People were thinking like it was like Trolls 2. Like people were standing and being like, oh my god, I love this band member. And I was like, I still totally don't really give a shit about the band members except for Ranch and maybe Floyd, kind of. A lot of them still feel very stock. Or maybe, actually, what is it? The main guy, John Dory. They really tear him a new one in the
They
movie.
really fuck him
and they
up,
never
yeah.
and they really never kind of talk about it either. I mean, obviously,
like,
maybe that's like, but that's like they also didn't try to get back together. It's like they also didn't try and get one of the brothers as soon as the Bergens stopped being a problem. One of the brothers was just in hiding from the Bergens for like 16 years.
Also, it was like 20 years or something. It's fucked up. But yeah, they at least give like Spruce some good development. And who's the fun one? What's his name?
That was the guy that I was unsure about. What is his name? I'm gonna look it up.
Is it Clay? Is that his name?
Oh, that kind of does sound right. His trolls band together scary. I looked up band together trolls, and the first thing people also ask is trolls band together scary?
That out of nowhere is so funny.
Be aware that it contains some rude and suggestive humor and some scary creatures like the Bergens and large spiders. Plus, the trolls are chased and eaten. I give Trolls Together 5 out of 5 stars and recommended for ages 8 to 12 plus adults.
Wait, spiders? Were there spiders in this one? Wait, no, I think there might have been.
That sounds like the first movie, right? Because that's
I
like
think
the only.
might have...
It's like the Bergens aren't even scary in the third movie.
It's in the... I think I might have put something down about that in the notes. We'll see.
Okay, starring...
Yeah, that does sound like the first one.
Spruce Oh wait, Viva. Yeah, his name is Clay. Clay, the fun one.
Okay, I was right.
You were right.
The yellow worm. You better put some respect on Dinkle's name. I swear to God.
Excuse me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Spruce and Clay at least got a little bit. They just fucking annihilated John.
You really... The thing is that he has the most... And it's kind of fucked up because I don't know. I actually feel different about that. I think they do worse with Clay just because, like, it kind of feels fucked up. He was lost in the wilderness for 16 years. But it's, like, weird because John Dory just sounds like they've just hated him and have never forgiven him for 16 years for... I don't know, ruining one performance, and then they never reached out again. But also, I guess he didn't. It just feels like a kind of unwrapped up thing. We need to get to the fucking notes.
It does feel like there were unresolved issues even before that performance, honestly.
Yeah, but I just find it weird that they didn't... It's like, I don't think they're... Oh, wait, no. It's like he says one thing at the end, like, we just need to be ourselves and not try for the perfect family, just be...
Yeah, we don't need to be ourselves.
And that's like it.
It
feels very unresolved. Okay.
Or like we don't need to be perfect.
I think that's everything I want to say.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in these notes that we can expand further upon.
Mm-hmm.
These notes are longer than the other two movies' notes combined. So, let's get going. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Trolls notes 3. Floyd is a really good character pair with Branch. I like it. Yeah, I think they're a good pair together. I think they have good chemistry. Let's see. John saying follow my lead and it leading to bad things is kind of the antithesis of needing to listen from 2. Pretty cool evolution. It's like, in 2, it's like you need to listen to people to get over these problems, and at the start of 3, everyone tries to listen to them, and it leads to bad shit.
Okay.
The rising tone when the band is messing up is so fucking scary. Why did they do that?
You're so real. It freaks me out every single time we watch the movie. Yeah, we watched it high twice, and like both times I was like, why do they do that? And it like goes on for so long. You think one of them is gonna get hung by the fucking electrical lights or something?
Yeah, it's so scary. It's fucking terrifying. Is Troll's fan together scary?
That scene was pretty scary, and I'm an
That's
adult
scary.
person.
Let's see. The we're experiencing some stuff is a really good bit. I think it was actually funny.
Wait,
I wrote
experiencing
down
some
bits I
stuff?
thought were good because
Oh,
a lot of
right.
them did kind of fall flat.
Yeah.
Like when they get all like fucked up, they come on stage
And
and they're
then,
like,
yeah, the
we're
person's like, we're
experiencing
experiencing some
stuff.
stuff.
I think her voice is also really good. What's this weird shaky cam shit? It's so much more dramatic in this than I remember in the other movies.
Yeah, it was a lot subtle in the second movie.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like they were setting up the vest thing, like Branch's vest, since people commented on it a few times before. Maybe that's just something they randomly threw out, though.
In the third movie, or they referenced it in the other two movies?
They referenced it in 1 and 2. They talked about his vest.
What did they say?
It was something about like how he always wears it, or like it's something about it. I can't remember, but I remember them talking about it.
Okay.
Well, I'll be back. The textures feel so much more muted than they were before. Like the texture on the material and like all the like how coarse or fluffy or anything is. Are they in the troll tree? I guess they are, but where the hell were they in 2?
I guess it's actually possible, but that they're not in the troll tree, but it's like a really, really close like thing, because it's like they show Baby Branch. No, they have to be in the troll tree because he stopped singing. He stopped singing after his grandma died, and he had to look after her. So they were totally in the troll tree when they were doing the boy band.
Yep, because and as well, he lives in his grandma's house in the troll tree now. That's where they start the movie.
That's wild.
So where the hell were they into?
They were just in the tree doing boy band stuff, and then John Dory just leaves the troll tree
leave.
surrounded by hungry Bergens.
It's fucking nuts. The things they stand on in the beginning, like you remember how Branch and Poppy fly in on those green guys?
Yeah.
I guess they count as random creatures, but they're so much less memorable than the ones in the other movies since
Oh
they're
my
just kind of
God.
there and don't have interesting textures.
That's the thing I was thinking about actually in the third movie, is that the creature designs versus it doesn't even happen much in the second movie, but there's a ton of creatures in the first movie that you see that have that very specific kind of style. And in the second one there is too, but in 3 there's like the weird fucking, it's like those things they ride on, and also the lighting when they're riding on those is like the depth of field looks so wrong. It's like something looks so wrong about their
I bring
lighting.
up the weird random creature thing a lot in here because I was very focused on how it like evolved.
Yeah, the lighting of when they were near the windows, when they were on those flying little bees in the third movie, it kind of reminded me of when we were watching The Lion King, like the newest one, the stupid remake, and they said they have like that backlighting to make them pop out more, and I was like, it made them look like shit.
It does. Yes, you're so right.
It was just so strange. Okay, keep going.
Let's see. The clothing especially has so much less detail. Like remember the texture of like
Barb's outfit.
Oh, yeah, of Barb's ending outfit and how like you could see how coarse it was and where it frayed, you could tell like how it was, or like her fishnets, you could really feel the texture of.
Yeah.
It feels like that's so lacking in here, and I bring this up a lot.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm gonna look up animation productions for this.
Yeah, and feel free to jump in if you see anything.
Yeah.
The Bergen wife feels like their singing voice is different. I don't know.
I think it actually is. It's Zoe Deschanel, but it's like there is definitely some words she says that it sounds like they like made her voice with AI, or it's just someone else weird. Acting as her.
I bring up that as well. Let's see, the transition between these shots is really weird. It's like, how are we gonna do this? Just rainbow wipe across the screen or whatever. Super uninspired. Like when Cloud Guy comes on, it's like, you could say that again, and he just barfs rainbows, and that's the transition. Like, what the fuck is that? The wood on the benches looks so shitty texture-wise, just black.
Okay, here's just a fun what the hell. Okay, wait. I'm looking at the DreamWorks franchises, and I just want to tell you the number of short films and TV seasons each one has.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shrek, 6 movies, yeah, 8 short films, 6 seasons. Spirit, 2 movies, 2 short films, 13 seasons. Madagascar, 4 films, 4 short films, 17 TV seasons. Present, all present, apparently all ongoing. Kung Fu Panda, 3 films, 5 short films, 6 seasons. Monsters vs. Aliens, 1 film, 3 short films, 1 season. Lol. How to Train Your Dragon, 3 films, 6 short films, 20 TV seasons. We need to go into the deep dive of that one lady who really likes How to Train Your Dragon. I think you'd appreciate her stuff. She's insane like us.
Definitely.
The Croods, 2 films, 3 short films, 10 TV seasons. Turbo, 1 film, 0 short films, 3 TV seasons. Ridiculous. That one doesn't matter. Home, 1 film, 1 short film, 4 TV seasons. Trolls, 3 films, 5 short films, 15 TV seasons. So it's right behind Madagascar in being like the 3rd most amount of.
That's nuts, because I
TV
remember
seasons.
watching Penguins of Madagascar, and it was like, this is fine.
And then we have the only one here that matters is Boss Baby with 2 films, 2 short films, and 6 TV seasons. Okay, I just wanted to say that and how that's insane.
I do find that interesting though. Are like most of them ongoing other than maybe like Home and Monsters vs. Aliens?
Yeah.
Hi, Beryl.
10 hours of okay, no. Not yet. Okay, here's an interesting
That'll
thing.
be next to me.
Trolls World Tour. Here, let me just say this. Film, Trolls. Directed by Mike Mitchell and co-directed by Walt Dorn. Screenwriters Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger. With an E. Story by Erica Reeve Hovia. Trolls World Tour, directed by Walt Dorn from the last movie, co-directed by David P. Smith. Screenwriters Jonathan Abel, like from the last movie, Glenn Berger, like from the last movie, and Maya Forbes, Wallace Wodarski, and Elizabeth Tippett. Story by Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger. These are all produced by the same person.
Yeah,
Trolls Band Together, directed by Walt Dorn, co-directed by Tim Hines, screenwriter and story Elizabeth Tippett, completely alone.
So yeah, they removed a lot of the people who worked on the previous ones.
I'll just send this in theater, and you can. Actually, I'll send it in links and miscellaneous so everyone can see their crimes.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
I just see it. It's very interesting to me.
Yeah. Elizabeth Tippett wasn't even a story writer. They were a screenwriter, and yet they wrote the story for 3. It's very interesting. Yeah, I guess, yeah. They cut out so many people. Also, 312, the more screenwriters that they had, the better the movie was. So
there's something ironic about the fact that World Tour had the most voices in it, and it came out the best, and then the third one has 1, and it came out technically the worst.
It's like, maybe we need people to bounce ideas off of. Maybe us being each other's enablers isn't so bad.
You're right, Yuki.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with us.
Okay, they're edited by the same person. They have music by the same person. Production is DreamWorks, distributed by Universal. Okay, those are all the same. Okay.
Okay.
Keep going with your thingy.
Where? Oh yeah. there's no continuity with the Bergen boy's eyebrow, and it pisses me off. Like when he gets it waxed and then he loses it, it's like he has a unibrow, and then in the close-up he gets one eyebrow completely taken off, and then in the next shot he has separated eyebrows. So there's three different versions and there's no continuity. I know it's for a bit, but I hate it. It bugs me.
Apparently, Justin Timberlake expressed interest in participating in the future Trolls films. Wait, let me... Oh my god, I didn't know this is... I was looking at the Wikipedia and I looked over at the stream to see the fucking nightmare of the UI we have, and I'm like, oh dear god.
There's something wrong with us.
Okay, here's the production of Trolls Band Together. On April 9th, 2020, Justin Timberlake expressed interest in participating in the future Trolls films during his Apple Music takeover. Quote, I hope we make like 7 Trolls movies. Because it's literally the gift that keeps on giving. Justin Timberlake
is one of us.
Okay, I feel like his is more monetary crazy, but I feel like there's something insane about him that I
more Trolls movies.
I hope there's more Trolls movies, and I hope they get worse so I can stop. I need something to tell me to stop.
Oh, that's so funny. He's just like us for real. Would you like me to continue?
Let me just double check that there are some, if there's anything else. Wait. What? Additionally, some are in okay, that's fine. Okay, you can keep going.
Alright. I don't know why, but I feel like the Bergen priest is based on a real person. They just look so different from everyone else.
I know what that is. It's RuPaul.
Oh, it's RuPaul. Yeah, I was like, there's something wrong here.
It's like, why are they spending so much time on this random Bergen?
I was like, this is weird. Why are they so different? Didn't even know.
Why are they talking so much?
Yeah. The whole wedding scene is just so fucking dragged out, and there's so much shit that they don't need to do. There's so much pause between every sub-action in the whole thing. 2 is way faster. It just feels like the whole pacing is just, sticky. Yeah, the wedding just sucks. Movements all just have a lack of emotion, or flow, or hit, or anything. It's weird how much mention of family and siblings this movie has, even though it doesn't lead up to anything or really allude to anything metaphor-wise.
Yeah, that was weird. I was okay. Wait, here's this note that I've been keeping, and you did talk about it. It was because it was just like the fact that I thought about this was crazy. We had to psychoanalyze it to make it make sense. Is what I'm saying. Is a Trolls 3? What is the personal conflict with the brothers? What is Branch's struggle, and how is it being shown?
Yeah, like, what is the through thread that we're seeing with all of this, and how does it relate to Velvet and Veneer? It's like, yeah, they're both, like, family members who are in a band, but that's it. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's not saying something about the relationships between family members. It just is nothing. It just is there.
I think there is something about, it's like, this is why I don't like Trolls 3, because I think we're superimposing better meaning onto the movie than is definitely there. But
it's just like it leaves a lot to be desired, because there's a lot there that they don't deliver on, whereas 2 has a lot that they do deliver on.
Yeah, but there was like something so fucking stupid at the end of it. I just wish he shut the fuck up. Fucking Velvet, when he was like, but you asked me to change anyway. It's like, what the hell? You still were okay with torture. I just think I'm so pissed off.
I do have notes about
how
that
they did his
specific
character.
line of dialogue.
But I was wondering if that's a whole thing. But I was wondering if him saying that, like, having your sibling change, like, you asked me to change anyway, if that has anything to do with the siblings. I mean, like, you asked us to do something we weren't comfortable with, and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, and I
But
have some
that's
interesting
honestly,
points about
I don't think
that.
it's intentional at all. I think it's intentional at all. I think that's just
Yeah.
trying to find something that isn't there.
We'll
Which
come
is most
back
of
to it
this.
because there is a really interesting inconsistency with that I want
Okay,
to make
go
note
for
of.
it.
But the matte cap on John's glasses looks like ass, dude.
John Dory, right.
John Dory, main guy, his like goggles, the matte cap on it just looks so bad. John's jacket has a zipper, but it looks like ass compared to the zippers in 2. That one had so many good zippers. You notice that how it just looks like weird when the zippers in 2 were so cool looking, and then
I think
that
the
one is
idea
just
that I
like,
didn't even notice the zippers in 3 is sad.
yep,
But I noticed them in
that's
2
the
because
thing.
they're baller.
Yep. The depth of field in this movie is so much harsher and artificial looking, just super low quality. The letter that John gets has no texture at all to it, which may be intentional since it's from velvet and veneer, but it's just super fucking boring when you compare it to the textural differences I talked about before with the Bergens. You know, like Troll Sharp versus Bergen Sharp.
Yeah.
The sweet dreams are made of this. Christ alive, why can't they just pronounce it correctly? I fucking hate it every single time.
This.
Of this instead of these.
Honestly, that
It's
that
like,
was a
just be
whole
weird with
thing.
it.
Yeah, that was a whole thing about Velvet and Veneer is that Velvet was very obviously taking a back not Velvet, Veneer was obviously taking a
Veneer,
back
yeah.
seat to the singing, which was I think actually intentional.
Intended, yeah.
But it's also like he is kind of the better singer out of
He
Velvet.
is. Which I do make a note about that in our DMs section of the notes because there's some interesting stuff with the voice actors for Velvet and Veneer.
I just want Velvet to be like to sing normal and then maybe it would be cooler.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Yeah, the weird species in this one, meaning the fucking species that Velvet and Veneer are, they're always just a swarm instead of actual different characters, which makes them feel so meaningless. This could also be a metaphor, but it still sucks. Note, using the word succubi in a kid's movie.
Wait, what was that for?
When Floyd says is talking to John at the beginning, and he's like, "Those two are like pop star succubi," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" They use the word succubi in a
that
kid's
actually
movie.
is kind of insane.
I do come back to this note.
Okay.
I can't get over how shitty the texture of the clothing is. The repeated bit of the family harmony breaking diamond is actually pretty funny, I'll admit.
Oh my god, I love it so much. Okay, I know you talk about this probably, and we talked about it, but I need to stop saying that. We talked about all of this.
Yeah, we just roll with it, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's like, oh man, you're gonna need the family harmony to break diamonds. It's like, of course, you're gonna need the family harmony for that.
Yeah, it's like, why are we gonna need a family harmony? Oh, unless Floyd is trapped in a cage of crystal diamond. Yeah, like, something like that.
gonna need the family harmony for that.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
good.
Okay.
And then another thing, the Velvet and Veneer. I just wish they were given so much more. They should have been given more than those stupid gold whatever the fucks they're wearing. They're like so stupid in them. They needed to be in the energy of their final outfits for the entire movie. In every scene they would have been, I want them to be in a new outfit that is that level of intricate, even though it wasn't even that crazy.
Yes.
It makes me so upset.
I do make note of this because you're so right.
Okay, go for it. I've had a full. Oh yeah, we have been. We've been
talking about trolls for an hour and a half now.
What the fuck are y'all still doing up? I've had a full night's sleep since. Yeah, but now we're talking about trolls.
We're still talking about trolls.
Duck died off. Okay, go. Keep going.
Duck would have not made it this long. It's a good thing he went to bed. This is going to sound so weird, but why were Barb's feet so noticeable in 2? Everyone is also barefoot here, but it just kind of blends into the background.
Huh.
It felt distracting in 2, whereas here it's just like, yeah,
I
that's just
never
the way it
really
is.
noticed it in 2. Except, like, I mean, I noticed that she was, like, barefoot, but then, like, so was the only thing I kind of noticed about it is that she was wearing, like, ripped fishnets, but with her, like, with the bottom part just completely gone in the nets, like, they don't go fully down. But, like, everyone doesn't wear shoes, so I didn't
Yeah.
really think about it that
It was just
much.
kind of like, huh?
Yeah, definitely an interesting thought I did not think of.
Yeah,
She does
that's what
also
I say.
she does a lot of kick movements, so that does
Yeah,
make
that's
sense.
true. And I guess like the fishnet thing is like it kind of leads it leads the eye, but
Yeah,
like
that's
yeah.
why I did notice, like, she's not wearing any shoes. It's only kind of weird because it's like, why didn't they just? It's like ripped because it's rocker, but it's just like they couldn't have like one of them be fully not ripped.
Yeah,
Or
maybe they tried to do that though and it looked weird because none of their feet are covered at all. So they were like, well, we can't have her feet covered or that's
I
gonna
do
be
think
odd.
I did think about that. Sorry, I'm having sleeping pills so I can be normal.
Jeez, you're gonna pass out.
They barely work. It's just for
Okay,
later.
just to chill.
They'll work in like 3 hours, and we're fine.
Alright. Everything is so flat, man. The textures, the depth of field, the scenes. They have this bus thing that's a completely different material from everything else, but it doesn't pop like the vehicles in 2. The glitter tongue looks pretty, I guess, though.
Oh yeah, they call it something, but
Rhonda?
it is Rhonda.
Yep, I know the name.
I know the name of Rhonda the car.
The carpet is so straight for a Bergen wedding. I noticed that the carpet that led up to the altar didn't have like any wrinkles or like it didn't stray at all. It was just a straight line, which for the Bergen it feels so
Yeah, because they're so
abnormal.
imperfect.
Yeah, they're so messy and they're so dirty, but the carpet is fucking perfect. The weird aunt at the wedding is so strange. Like, why is she even there? She slows everything down so much.
Totally forgot about that. Jesus.
Right? Because she, like,
Yuki, unironically, we should re-edit all 3 movies into one super long movie and then edit it to like Godfather level where we put them in 3-1-2.
you're so right.
This is not the first time I thought about this. I was thinking about this while I was falling asleep yesterday.
We should do a video essay. This is fucked up. Let's see. I like how the stars, Velvet and Veneer, have so much on-camera presence, but it's weird how that doesn't transfer over to the choreo when they're actually doing anything. Quote, Christmas album or national anthem performance is a good bit. The standards are very low. Visual effects when they take a hit are very subdued compared to some of the stuff we saw in 2. Just a little lackluster. Because it's like the background just kind of fades out and they do have like ripples, but it's like, whatever.
Lackluster is a good way to...
Yeah, it's just
show this.
lackluster.
I hate how it's like, we are tearing this fucking movie to shreds, but we like Trolls 3 and I don't like that.
Yeah, I like Trolls 3 and I don't like that I like it.
We're like liking it more and more, but we're telling you all of the reasons why we fucking hate it.
It's bad, but I love it.
Okay.
The song that Floyd sings is okay, but the visual symbolism is so fucking boring. It's just all this shit floating around and it's literally pictures of stuff instead of anything actually clever.
Yep.
It's just pictures when he's singing. It's not like actual things.
Have a fucking slow moment.
Right? That's what I was thinking about with 1, where it's like they have a lot of nice slow and tender moments.
Who do I Elizabeth?
Elizabeth?
It is your fault, Elizabeth.
You should have let Glenn
Or Tim
write this movie.
Hines. Walt Dorn, what happened to you? What happened to you, Walt Dorn?
I don't think it's Walt Dorn's fault. It's
We're
gotta be
saying-
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth!
They should have kept Jonathan Abel as screen and story writer because he
And Glenn
kept it
Gerber.
rolling.
Glenn
Yeah,
Gerber and Jonathan Abel were a
Glenn
power
Berger
team.
and Jonathan Abel are like the heroes of this series, and Elizabeth Tippett fucked it.
Now I just really want to look and see who's writing the TV show just to see if it's good at all. Like if it's like it would be insane if they were
Yeah.
working on the movies and they also worked on the TV show. Okay, keep going. I'm losing it.
Yeah. Let's see. I've always found it interesting how often the texture of Branch's vest changes. It's both shiny and plastic and felt and whatever whenever. This will come back later.
Wait, but I thought it was decorated for the wedding.
Yes, but it changes other times as well.
Okay, I'm wondering if it's just that he's wearing a normal one later, but I thought it was just that. But if it changes more, then I'm interested.
It does change more, yes.
Okay.
Quote, okay guys, where was I? Yeah, can we get to the point, please? Quote, pictures or it didn't happen. I still can't believe they put a 4chan reference in the Trolls movie.
Put that quote that you just said over what's happening right now. Okay, yeah. Where was I? Let's just get to the point, please.
Yeah, let's get to the point, please.
Don't get to the point. I need all the stupid shit on the side.
Yes, they say the line "pics or it didn't happen" in Trolls 3. So I can't believe they put a 4chan reference in the Trolls movie. Put another point on the succubus counter, I guess. I will reference the succubus counter half a dozen more times.
That's awesome.
Just realized that John saying, quote, he's the only one I know who talks this way, is mirrored at the end with the other band members saying that about Branch instead of Spruce. I think that's neat. The ring pop drug bit is good. Love the wish you were here bit, though, because it's literally exact to the way that the postcard looks. So simple, yet it works. They go all over the place, but the texture of the landscape never really changes or becomes more interesting. It kind of changes when they get to Mount Rageous, but only in the way that it's basically featureless as opposed to having all the same textures, or features, in parentheses, felty. The fire from the Birkin's bike looks very nice, but still texturally weird, similar to the Orbeez water and sand that looks very pretty, but just not interesting like the cool stuff in 2 did. The avocado squishy things that they ride on are the same way. And the pool noodles. Second reference of the ring pop drug. How many times will it happen? In reference to Spruce's wife, I can only think of My Friendly Neighborhood when I see these fucking things. The beach ball birds qualify as weird random creatures, but again, they're so uninteresting compared to the other movies.
Yeah, it made me think, when I watched the first movie, it made me think about the creatures from that one guy who's fucking Mexican and he makes all those cartoons and I can't remember his name, but he made like an actual anime.
An actual
like a guy the guy who made helped make Book of Life, and then he made that other thing on Netflix, and he made Mucha Lucha, and he made
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know who he is, but I know that it's a guy.
It's George R. Gutierrez. His creature design, the creature designs remind me a lot of that, and I was really sad to kind of see that go in the third movie. It feels like,
yeah,
we need to look in the credits of these movies and find these storyboard artists and find these fucking directors and fucking, you need to find them. I just need to know.
Yeah. Poppy and Branch are the only consistently interesting characters, and yet they are still betrayed by the animation and plot.
That's so true. It's so weird that they're the best parts of the movie, probably only because we had the other 2 movies. So they're kind of allowed to be lax in this movie because there's so many other characters that they themselves, like Poppy is a side character in this movie, just like how Branch was. They don't
develop any of the new characters or anything.
Yeah,
they don't develop anyone.
They just develop
Branch?
Question mark? Not really.
Branch and
Veneer.
No,
those.
not
the-
Veneer, Poppy's sister.
Oh yeah, Poppy's sister. That actually.
They do not develop Velvet and Veneer.
Yeah, they
do.
okay. Veneer, Velvet, no. Veneer, if you call that development, fuck off.
They thought about developing Veneer. And
they thought about it so hard that they put it in the script but didn't do it.
Yep. Let's see. Spruce has so many new materials on him, and yet they aren't very interesting. The chips at the resort look like plastic or glass, and it's actually really pretty looking, but still not very interesting. The same thing with the texture of the people. Quote, I don't see how any government stands a chance is such an interesting evolution on the dead fish jokes because instead of hanging in dead air like the others, it goes straight into the ketchup bottle and is actually really fucking funny.
I'm sticking a ketchup bottle.
Daddy, okay. I don't see how any government could work. Or I don't see how any government stands a chance. You got that right, kid. Daddy, I'm stuck in a ketchup bottle.
we'll help you out with that later. Just kicks him away.
Oh, good.
I love that shit. I just love how the way the kid says it. I'm stuck in a ketchup bottle.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a ketchup bottle. It's so good.
Oh my god. I'm actually crying. I hate this.
It's really funny.
We're living in a fucking fantasy world.
When we do our recut, that has to stay.
Oh my god, yes. There's no way it doesn't.
When? Oh yeah, you need the family harmony for that. Works, dude.
Oh yeah, you'll need the family harmony for that.
Yeah. They waste so much time getting all the brothers together that they don't really get to do anything with them ultimately. Also, something I don't think I noted is that they spend so much time getting all the brothers together that they don't get to do anything. But also, as soon as they're all together, they break up again, only to rejoin for like 10 minutes at the end of the movie.
There's a part of me that doesn't really know if that's like, because I know breaking up the band is like a thing in like, it's like dramatic like band culture, sort of like that. It's like, we're breaking up the band, so maybe that's intentional, but fuck you.
It's just not good from a plot perspective.
Yeah, especially in a movie. Band together my ass.
Yeah, they don't. The animation of the friendly things is so soulless. Come on, man.
Friendly things?
The Spruce's wife, the things that I can only think of as My Friendly Neighborhood characters.
Like yarn people, yeah.
Yeah, the yarn people.
I
call them the friendly things.
Oh, are they called the friendly things?
No,
I'm gonna look it up because I need to know if these things have fucking names. It's actually pissing me off to know at no end that they did not dare give these things a name, but they just exist. Because it was like
also
labels
the names for Velvet and Veneer's creatures.
Yeah. It's like they worked so cool with labels: pop trolls, rock trolls, like techno trolls. In between K-pop trolls, the Bergens, the trolls. It was crazy. Okay, let me look this up. Trolls band together.
I'm not dissing the My Friendly Neighborhood characters. It's just all I think of. I think the character designs look really cool, but in Trolls 3 they're animated very poorly. Like, because literally in My Friendly Neighborhood, the characters like wave around and their arms go crazy and they are really
Mount
floppy.
Ragens. So Mount Rages, and they're called Ragens.
Okay.
A Mount Ragen, and then we have we have these other characters. Branches. Who is the fucking
Spruce's wife?
Yeah, Spruce's wife.
They totally named her.
They only mentioned Spruce like 4 times in the entire
synopsis.
Oh. Wait, Patty Harrison as Brandy, Spruce's wife on Vacay Island. But there's wait.
What is Brandy's species?
Brandy vacay island species. They're called vacationers.
Christ alive.
I mean, it's like I get it.
You could have just. That's okay. Fucking fine.
They're spelled the
Fine.
fun way, with a Y.
Vacay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, the vacays
Thanks for
are
telling
animated
me.
like
Now
shit.
I'm angry. They are animated like shit. Yeah.
They do look like Bale and Wonderworld
They
characters.
look like the being from Bal in Wonderland. I can get, yeah, that makes sense. All right,
It's
go
not
for
Bale
it.
in Wonderland. That would make sense. It's Bale in Wonderworld.
Did I say
have
Wonderland?
trauma. You said Wonderland.
Oh
Because
my god, I read it wrong.
yeah, it's because Bale in Wonderland sounds normal, and
Amber
Wonderworld
said
is
Bale in
insane.
Wonderworld, and I said Wonderland. There's something wrong with
That's
me.
a whole other thing.
I feel like there's something real about that, though, you know? About how it
It's so
should be
real.
Wonderland. Okay, you
It should
keep
be
going.
Wonderland. Finally a good song with good choreo and everything works. That's
Wait,
my
where?
note. For the song that Spruce and John and
The
Branch
remix?
do together at Vacay Island.
Oh yeah, wait. Like Candy Girl.
No, oh wait, yes, that one. That one, yeah.
That one. It's honestly so like kind of simple and kind of humble that I really like the songs, and I think that's crazy. It's very different than my usual style of music.
The shot composition is so boring compared to the animation, which is very unfortunate. I really like Poppy getting to be one of the boys, though. Transgener.
Oh my god, that's... Oh my god! Please?
Right? The LED dot screen is a good visual effect, though.
Oh, again, yeah, there was something so fun about it. It's like, it's not even a question if Poppy can join the boy band. She's in
it's like,
Broad Zone.
obviously.
I
they don't even
love
have to
that.
discuss it.
And she's
I feel
so
like
happy.
In an even worse movie, it would be like, no, you can't join. And then in the final scene, they'd be like, yeah, you can join.
Even in worse movies, they would mention it and then, like, dissuade it, but I like how it's not
they
even
don't
a thought.
care.
Yeah, I love
It's
that.
also like, okay, well, it's like, is the fact that they're brothers, does that even really matter? Because they let Poppy join the band. Anyway, I will now replace every instance of friendly creatures in my notes with the vacays.
Friendly
the vacays
creatures.
are actually very similar to the other weird, smooth ones, I guess the Ragins, actually in their
Mount
design and how they
Ragens.
feel. Yeah. Like, they're just faceless background elements. Makes it feel like it's probably not intentional that the Ragins feel soulless, since these ones definitely shouldn't be. The vocal processing on this song is pretty heavy compared to the other ones in the series, but it's still good. Which is what I was talking about when you were like, it sounds like they replaced her singing voice with an AI. It's like, a lot of the time when they sing, it feels
Zooey
so
Deschanel?
heavily processed. Like,
Wait.
just for every character, a lot of the time when they sing, the vocal processing is just really
Oh my god.
overdone.
You definitely heard this, but in the soundtrack when they were doing the family harmony the first time, or not the first time, when they were singing for the first time before they fucked up the song, and they have that god awful pitch shift on Baby Branch, and in the soundtrack it's not pitch shifted. Because they know it sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, they know it
just
doesn't
pisses me off.
sound good.
It pisses me off so much.
It's like there's no reason. They don't need to explain themselves.
Yeah. How could you do that? How could you do that?
To me? The scene where Spruce talks to his wife is the one thing this movie does well, since it doesn't end up being a huge argument or whatever.
Oh my god, yeah, that was so cute. Their little interaction.
She's just like, you won't forgive yourself if you don't do this. Just go. I believe in you.
Yeah, it's like, you don't want to be stuck here with all the pink-eyed kids. It's like actually pretty sweet.
This is similar to Pink Eye. I say, I don't really get the point of the pink eye bit, but maybe that's just the autism speaking. Gross equals funny?
Yeah, I totally get that. Whereas like nothing like makes my smile fade from I'm stuck in a ketchup bottle, and then like I have pink eye, and I'm like,
why is this guy's sweater so boring? It looks like plastic. Why is the texture so boring? Referring to Veneer's lounge like robe. Like it just the texture on the robe is just really boring.
I was for a second I was like, I should get up the movie, and I'm like, oh wait, now.
Yeah. The 9 to 5 rendition is good.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is with that character actually? The fucking confetti bitch, she comes up like twice.
Yeah, she did not get nearly as much. Have you listened to the full version of 9 to 5 on the soundtrack?
I haven't. Is it awesome?
Oh my god, she goes so crazy. It's like,
oh my god.
Like the singing isn't technically like professional, but she just throws herself into it, and it's so human and it's so real. But they cut out like 90% of it for the film.
That's crazy. Okay, I'll definitely listen to all the music.
Definitely take a look at it because it's very in character singing.
But I did find it so interesting. It's like, geez, it's like that's a prime example of another character that did not need to exist. Even though I kind of like what they thought they were doing with her, but she was like there once, and then she's there again, and then she's thrown into a closet, and she's like, there she's in the closet, and then she's at the end or something.
Yeah,
it's just so weird.
Real. Give me 1 second. I gotta fucking. I hear weird popping with my fucking headphones. I'm trying to fix it. Yeah, okay. The dentist bit is good because it shows the stars having good camera presence. Thank God it's not choreo, or they would fall over and die on screen. The fruit that the assistant puts in the thing is also pretty but boring. The camera looks like a reality TV show kind of thing, which I get why they're going for it, but it sucks. Quote, separate art from the artist. Good bit because fucking.
I like the joke when Veneer goes like, I kind of like it when they're alive and screaming to go home.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me.
That's good, yeah. Let's see. Quote, it's incredibly disgusting, but I'm glad you did, is how I feel about this movie.
That's so fucked up and real. It's so true. It's so terrible, but I love it.
That
is the note of someone who realized that they actually really like the movie, even though they've been bashing it for the entire time they've been watching it.
I have been bashing this movie for like a week now, but I still like it. The hustle button scene is just pointless, honestly.
Honestly, it's not even cool enough. Like they bring in extra animation from Titmouse, but it's like they don't even. It's not even. They should have.
Yeah,
it's like how they did it in the first movie. Or in the second movie, they had some interesting, like, animated sections. But in the third one, they're like, look, we like indie animation, and it's, like, boring.
Let's see. I really don't get why the 2D scenes are so boring in this. They're kind of just forgettable when we know trolls can be so visually interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was so, because usually when scenes like that happen in a movie, they're like standout scenes, but for this one it was like really surprising to be like just kind of nothing. Like it was just there for the trailer, which I would believe, honestly.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Not a ring pop drug bit, but it is another drug bit. Really weird how many drug references are in this movie when it's not the point. I guess celebrities doing a bunch of drugs is a thing, but does this even speak on that, or is it just a coincidence? Does it have a point?
Is this the clothes that suck in juice? And trolls?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Which drug reference is this?
Yeah, I get that's like that's one of the drug references where I'm like, there's so many in this. Why?
That would really be really funny if that was intentional in a band and pop star sentiment, where they're
Yeah.
like boy bands and
They're all
pop
doing
stars
drugs.
do coke.
Yeah.
That would be awesome if that was the intent.
It's so real though. Why does John's voice randomly get lower in the clown scene? There's a moment where his voice is just pitched down for some reason, and I don't know why. It's not like totally, it's not in your face or anything, but it happens. The trolls rolling up into little hairballs is the closest we've gotten to the pumpkin transformation from the first movie.
That's right. They hid in a golf course and became they either were supposed to be golf balls for the Bergens to just play with, or they're disguised as golf balls.
Yeah, it's
that was such a weird thing that they just glanced over, like them hiding in the fucking. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm. Poppy's sister is such a good character. I think she has also some of the most interesting texture on her clothing compared to the other characters, and that spreads to like everything she does.
Oh yeah, she's got that the golf turf as a cape.
Yeah, and like it has such like interesting textures, and her clothes are like nice and kind of coarse. It just like it feels good. And like her hair stuff is also very.
I wish her
existing
like meant anything. I wish it was like actually built up at all.
Listen, I like her.
Or like no, I love her too, but I wish it was like either it is a point that she was never mentioned, or it was a point that or not. Like either they had to have nothing to do with like why, like I don't want them asking how was I never told about this, because that's waste time because we never figure that out, so why are they even setting up that it might be answered, you know?
Yeah, or like, oh man, I'm just starting to cope with the fact that I don't have a sister. Like, what the fuck is the point? Why is there so much shit with siblings in this movie? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I like her as a character, so fucking whatever.
She's good. I like her now. I mean, I liked her as soon as I watched the movie yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I like how she's kind of complicated with her feelings and doesn't go with everyone. Okay. Yeah,
the first time we watched it, I was gonna kill myself because I was like, it's just like Percy Jackson, but then it's like it didn't last long enough to annoy me. So, all right. The Bergen bit feels so forced, but I guess I don't really care that much.
Oh yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah. The characters all feel so isolated from each other, and there's not much physical interaction, even when they're literally touching.
I get that.
I never noticed how red Poppy's eyes are. There's a point, there's like a shot where her eyes are just really like blood red, and I don't know why.
A lot I'm hearing about the Trolls movies sounds like a fever dream. It feels like we're in a fever dream. It's like a manic episode or something.
Yeah. The admin building bit looks like it's supposed to be a stylistic joke because it looks so different from the other stuff texture-wise, but it's still not texturally interesting. I don't really get the call the authorities bit, since they already have the diamond breaking bit alongside it that happens literally every time, and not only that, but it's not even funny, unlike the diamond bit.
Wait, what joke?
Where they keep saying, have you called the authorities? Or, we should call the authorities.
I did notice that. That was weird.
Yeah, it's like, because they do it every time alongside oh, you need the perfect family harmony for that. It's like, why is that here? You don't need another bit. Like, this one is already good.
What
and
is
the call the authorities one
joke?
funny.
Is there troll cops? What are the authorities? Not the Bergens. This is like a free reign world.
Yeah, it's just weird. It doesn't need to be
Call
there.
the authorities, but there were Bergens eting trolls, but I'm sure we can figure out the troll on
Elizabeth,
fucking rage.
what did you do to this movie?
Elizabeth!
Oh
Elizabeth.
I feel like the fucked up depth of field in this movie also contributes to the fact that the textures don't look that interesting. A little bit of depth of field could make everything just pop, but no. Uh, the specific places they are in an area felt important in 1 and 2, but it feels like stuff just kind of happens wherever in the area vaguely.
That's so real.
Yeah. The sister song is actually really good, and the brother part is silly, and I think I could genuinely listen to this song outside of the context of this movie.
Wait, what is this in reference? Oh, this is the reference to them like getting together and singing like "You're my sister."
Yeah, and then the brother part with the "We are together," and now that we're together, we are together. It's like, okay, that's funny. Let's see. Definitely confirmed that the clothing that's associated with Poppy's sister is more interesting texturally than all the others. I really feel like we don't need this half recap, half retcon of the Bergen attack. Like, we saw it. It's fine. Don't over-explain it.
Yeah.
Love worm dude therapist, but the king is still boring. God, the movement is so stale. Poppy's vest would look so much better with that motherfucking depth of field. Poppy's sister is good trauma representation, and maybe that's why I like her so much as a character, since I can relate to her.
That's
Secret
when
unlocked.
she leaves. When they all
Yeah.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they all leave.
It's true.
It's crazy how trolls manage to make characters with absolutely crazy schnozzes, and it doesn't look weird.
That is crazy. I also think that's pretty interesting because I find a lot of people drawing the trolls wrong a lot of the time because a lot of people aren't used to the very small eyes in the center of the face that are literally the exact size of the noses. But a lot of people like to either make them wider apart, which doesn't happen a lot, which makes them look weird, or they like to take Barb's eyes, which are really good. I like her eyes, but it's like very special kind of eyes. So I find that very interesting as well when people draw the trolls.
Quote from Velvet, "Our dances sucked." Yeah, and they still kind of do, but I doubt that's intentional on the movie maker's part. Speaking about the running down the hallway trying to catch Floyd. Oh, what?
Wait, our dances sucked before they started doping.
Yeah, because Veneer was like, we could do like we used to do and make little dances, and Velvet's like, our dances sucked. It's like, they still do.
That is so depressing. It makes me so sad that the only good like full dance they did was when we could barely see them.
Yeah, we get almost nothing. Speaking about when Floyd is flying down the hallway, I say the fluid simulation here is so nothing. Why is it here? Like, why did they have to do fluid sim for the mop bucket?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's just weird. Veneer could get such good character development, but he basically just stays the same the whole movie. Also, Velvet's bait thing, getting him to listen to her, feels out of nowhere considering the fact that she has no idea he's feeling a change of heart and never implies she ever did.
Oh yeah, that does. I did see that where you could tell that she's
like, we make such a good team,
bro.
It's like, what, why are you doing this?
You need to, it's like the end of the movie.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. And she has no reason to do it, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. She has no reason to do it. He's fine continuing to torture them.
Yeah, we get, in the Rewind song, I say, this song slaps so hard, man, let's fucking go. Clay's clothes could be so good with that weird fluff stuff, but the depth of field fucks it up. The way they say rewind feels good.
Oh my god, I know. It was so funny when Poppy did rewind.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's adorable.
It's really good.
The one time I'm okay with extra flair.
Yeah, it's just, it works really well.
It's animated well. Yeah.
It is. The way the rusty robot feels in this movie is how every single movement in Trolls 2 feels. When Clay is doing the rusty robot.
That's how Trolls 2 feels?
That, like, the quality of that movement
Oh.
animation is how good everything in Trolls 2
Okay,
feels.
I thought you were saying Trolls 2 had like rusty robot animation. I'm like, huh?
No.
It was there was so much care put into that
Yeah, there's
one
so much
dance.
quality, and it was so tight, and it felt good. There was a lot of nice
It
weight
felt
to
intentional and a lot of... Okay, wait, there's actually a scene... I don't know if it's at the end of the movie or if it's at some... I think it's like... It's weirdly... I think on the Family Harmony song, there is a point at the end of the song where it looks like they're falling out of a rest pose, but there isn't, like... How does it make sense? It's like key pose and then how it automatically goes to the other pose. It kind of feels like they were slowly... There wasn't another pose they were resting at. Or like an idle animation. They were just... Like, they weren't
aimless.
giving... Yeah, they were just aimless and slowly going to that thing. And we actually need to rewatch it because I've been noticing that every single time. And I have no idea if it's them just being cool or if it's actually a mistake. And I can't tell.
Yeah. Let's see. They have fucking reality TV music over this Brozone argument. I swear to God, why are they doing this? It's just a reality TV show. It sucks. This argument is like the next step of the learning to just be himself thing Branch has been going through, which is pretty neat, but the gritty details of it are just a little blech. Quote, wait, Grandma got eaten feels a lot like, have you been in back the whole time? And I like it.
That was really good. I like how we didn't even notice it until we watched it yesterday.
We finally see the fucked up concrete again when we see the Bergens biking. I'm telling you, it's about them.
You sound insane.
You will never be the same when you notice the fucking Troll Sharp versus Bergen Sharp.
You're so right.
I'm the only one. It's like concrete. Never noticed how they say putt putt instead of hut hut for the little trolls since it's a mini golf course. Quote, I didn't think we'd both be tied up on this honeymoon. Add another counter to the succubus counter, boys. Tiny has the beats of character development in this movie, but it never feels like it solidifies.
Yeah, it wasn't good when they were, like, climbing vertically, and he was like, I don't want to climb. Like, I know the point is that it's because he's still no, wait, that is the point. That is the point. He's like, I still want to be a baby, so I'm going to keep being a baby.
I bring that up because we didn't watch
you made
the
no
after
progress
credit
in your
scene.
story. I'm so happy we focused any time on you.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like it's okay, but the fact that it solidifies in an after credit scene that we didn't see the first 2 times through is a flop.
Yeah.
I do like how she says HVAC.
That's
the note.
That's sweet.
Because Branch is like, oh, I love how you say HVAC, and I'm like, yeah, she does say it pretty cool.
Shout out to Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. Quote, I'm just blasting everything until something turns off is genuinely so funny, and it feels like a Trolls 2 joke because it moves on so quickly from it. Only reason it moves like that is because it's a montage, though.
Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
She's carrying! We're getting close. We're getting close. I love Branch and Floyd talking. They are totally such a good character pairing. Does Let's Go Autograph Some Butts count as a succubi counter? Probably not, but it's worth noting. The little plastic, like sticky hand ties around the Bergens actually have good texture, but it would hit so much harder with that good old fucking depth of field.
It wasn't. Did they only have like one sticky hand on them?
They have one sticky hand around each of them, yeah. But the sticky hands do come back in the final fight, so.
I just wish there was more sticky hands, I guess. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're strong sticky hands.
Yeah. Oh god, here we go again. It's this. The sweet dreams are made of this.
Oh yeah.
Quote,
Sweet
that's what
dreams
we
are made of
explicitly
this.
this, yeah. Quote, that's what we explicitly bought tickets for is a good bit. Put another one on the counter.
Another thing towards Velvet and Veneer being the better singer is that Veneer never does that stupid ass like whoa.
Yeah,
I hate it every single time
Me
Velvet
too.
did that.
Wait,
Like just start
okay.
singing.
Yeah, just go. Also add the blinker bit. We don't get too many good bits out in this Wild West.
Oh,
the
wait.
ring.
Wait, no, go ahead. And tell me when you're done with the car scene, because I have something about the car scene.
Okay, the ring pop drug thing is actually a rule of threes bit, surprisingly. It's brought up exactly 3 times.
Is the ring pop's a Chekhov's gun?
Actually, yes, because it helps Branch drive properly during this chase scene. Okay, I'm now at the boat scene in my notes. What do you say about the car chase?
The car chase there is so little time in the movie that even the car chase is useless and not interesting. They do maybe one, like, phrase in the song, like, barely. And they're, like, barely spending it, and it's like, I don't even know where they're spending this time in the car chase, but they could have made it so much more interesting. But it feels like they leave it so quickly as soon as they're like, we're taking it on the road, and then they do like one verse, and then they're out, then they're on the fucking floor. It feels that way on the Mount Doom or Mount Rage's song.
You're right. Yeah.
That's just what I wanted to say.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm crying.
I actually feel like the simulated water in this scene works better than animated water since this whole city is meant to be plastic and fake.
The Orbeez? Are they the Orbeez?
They're like the white plastic balls that are around the ship when they go on the boat.
Yeah, but is it different than the Orbeez near the Vacationers?
Yeah, because I just feel like the Orbeez, it just feels weird. I don't know. It's like the Orbeez look pretty, but they're not really that interesting. They're definitely not better
I was
than
just wondering
like
if they're
water.
both Orbeez or if they're a different, a fourth fucking different fluid simulation in this godforsaken world.
It's a different material, but it is just like it's just another low particle density water simulation.
Okay.
So it's a similar kind of thing, but you know. Ken's actually makes a good point here. You don't get to see the stars dance for very long before it cuts away at any point.
It's like they're getting their ass handed to them constantly. It just makes me so sad.
It's like they start to do something and then it just cuts away and you don't get to see it.
Like
and
the
it looks like
entire
ass.
car chase scene, or just the entire...
Yeah, they'll do like one move and then it looks away, and it'll come back and they'll do one more thing and then it looks away.
A lot of just doing key poses and no dancing.
Yeah, it's just ugh.
I'm sad.
Yeah. Love that sticky hand texture. They really did good for once there, for real. I think Velvet going in for an encore could be analyzed as a really interesting part of her character, but it just kind of moved on from before it makes any kind of impact.
Like how she's addicted.
Yeah, she's like, just shut up and sing, and
Yeah.
she goes, and it's like, if you just stop here, you might be able to get away with this, but she's like, I gotta go.
I hate how there's like so much potential, because that means a whole lot, even though it was not set up. I mean, it was set up that she wants to be the best, but I feel like I would really want there to be, like, maybe Veneer didn't just give a shit about the thing, he, like, actually cares about his sister going too far, like, actually cares, not just, like, oh, whatever, like, don't, like, we should stop now because it'll kill the guy, and not just, like, I don't know, it's just...
Yeah. I fucking love the choreo of the gem glasses. It actually feels like it has the kind of weight and movement and character interaction that we saw all the time in 2. Almost feels like it comes straight out of 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, the gem glasses where they're walking around that can only be
Yeah, and
broken by
they
family
like
harmony.
yeah, they have like the little like bump on the edges and they stack on top of each other and it like has weight to it. It feels great.
Yeah.
There's loads of ear candy in this song, and I think it makes for a really good song. I just hate that when it feels like it's peaking, it ends.
Yeah.
If they made Floyd have less color here, then I think it would fit better into the rest of the series visually, but instead it goes for, like, less alpha? Weird. Like, he becomes transparent.
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
If they just took away his color, it would make a lot more sense. Veneer was so close to a character moment, but oops, it's the end of the movie. Yeah. Quote, "You knew who I was and still asked me to change," would be a raw as fuck line if it was in a different movie with more build-up to it, but I just cannot see any lead-up to that idea. Poppy asked her sister to change, and it turned out just fine. Branch actually needed to change for his character to really flourish in the group. What's the point, man?
And I'm confused. What did she even ask him to change? Just to keep doing the spraying with the rock trolls? Was that what it was?
I think like Velvet says to him like, "You don't even know me," or something like that. And Veneer's like, "You knew exactly who I was and you still asked me to change."
Huh.
Spruce's wife is such a good character in the Sea of Pain. I'm so glad that Branch just continues to get more character depth. Poppy and Branch are such a good couple because they enjoy each other's talents. That's it. That's the whole note. And that's the whole note.
That's yeah.
Yeah. The choreo is always on point for the boy band sections. Branch gets another texture for his vest here. How many of these things does he actually have, dude?
Why can't we get him something more than a damn vest?
Right?
Or
And
is he
they're all,
just
like,
really transmask in that way?
Yeah, he needs his hoodies.
He needs his hoodies, he needs his vest. He needs his vest that only shows off just his skin and nothing else.
Yeah. The camera here actually feels like it works movement-wise. It's like a music video. However, there's still that fucked up depth of field, so it's not perfect. Them not having a marriage proposal at the end really does feel like a point of strong principles for this movie. Very nice.
I wish they didn't even fucking mention the marriage thing. They made such a big point of being like, marriage, ew! I just like, shut the fuck up. You don't even have to talk about marriage. It'd be cool if they were like,
whatever.
yeah, we don't really care about marriage. That'd be kind of nice. It's like, we're just dating.
Something. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like
whatever.
it's like that same thing. It's that same thing about the fucking family thing where it's like, why bring it up if it's not even going to mean anything later?
Fucking, I guess we'll have to see if it means anything in the next 7 Trolls movies.
Yeah, shout out Justin Timberlake fueling our problem.
Yeah.
Next 7 Trolls.
Justin Timberlake's gonna kill us, dude. We're so fucked.
Oh my God.
Good after credits scene, actually. Good topper for Tiny's character. Crazy that it's after the credits, though. And that's all the notes I've got.
Wow, those were so good. I think that was awesome. That was so much fun. Oh yeah, where are we gonna put the last movie?
It's whatever tier is below good.
And experience?
Yeah.
For us, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we're done with 200 movies.
Oh my god. Make sure you save the list. It'll be on Twitter later if you want to take a look at
I'm
it.
scared to post this on Twitter. It's fine. They'll probably be fine.
Yeah, who cares? Holy shit.
I fucking hate the Trolls movies so much. Why have they done this to me?
Well, you don't hate them anymore.
The thing is, it's not even your fault. It's my fault. I was the instigator.
I think we're feeding into each other.
It's a bad
bit.
loop, dude. I
Nah,
started
it's a
it. I started it and I encouraged it. You were even like, no. And I was like, yes. And then you did it and then I made a
And you're like,
monster.
yeah, you created a monster. Yeah.
That's really well timed. Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Oh god! Thank you for coming, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I'm gonna upload these separately.
Oh, my thing I wanted to say after we finished
Oh
the
yeah,
troll.
yeah.
This I know I said the opposite of this before, but I've come to make a confession.
You wanna watch the TV show.
I want to watch the TV show.
For anyone who doesn't know, this is a more damning sort of serious thing because this isn't a regular TV series. This is a DreamWorks TV series, and they usually don't mean anything. But the only thing is that I know the Trolls TV series is 2D. And I know that the How to Train Your Dragon TV series were actually really good to people who were fucking crackheads about it. And I'm wondering, and then I looked up some reviews and one of them was like good. It's like good. It's like I'm an autistic adult and it's fucking awesome because there's a lot of colors. And then there was also someone else saying lots of episodes, like good to have kids to like put them in front of the TV and have them watch all these episodes. I'm like, I have no idea what this means, but that just means I have to
So
fucking jump
vague.
in.
There's a lot of it, and it's colorful. It's just about as vague as you could get.
Where's my yippee? Is tits not going off?
I think it went through.
Oh, it's really quiet.
Oh, the yippee, yeah.
Okay, I think it's just quiet because I made it quieter on here because the fucking tits system is so loud. I'm just gonna throw all at me. It's so loud that when the mega throw turns on, it like actually freaks me out like every single time. Yeah, that's way too loud. I'm crying. It's like nothing I do makes it normal.
I'm fucking crying.
Alright, I think I'm gonna upload this in like the entire first half and then the trolls section. They have to be two different videos.
The troll section is literally like...
It's like a quarter of the entire thing.
I think that was like 2.5 hours of just trolls.
Yeah, wow. What? This is insane.
Christ.
I can't believe Trolls has taken over our lives like this.
There's something wrong with us.
Let's start making Troll Sonas later.
Mir has been DMing me, and I don't think I've talked to them about my trolls addiction yet. So, like, there's like I'm watching you talk about trolls. I'm like, oh, I don't think I brought this onto them.
Mir's wondering. They're being like, what's up with you and the trolls thing? I've never heard about this.
This is a new thing.
You're gonna have to come out to Mir and say that you're a Trolls fan.
It's
like My Little Pony, but worse again.
Yeah, it's like saying you're a brony for the first time, but way worse.
Alright, we should end stream.
We're ending.
Oh my god. We need to
Fucking
go to bed.
Sussy Benoit is streaming if you want to fucking braid them.
The Carbuncle.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh wait, but
I always make
Nebuchadnezzar-
conspiracy boards. I love literary analysis. I keep saying this. I love literary analysis.
The
Maybe
Trolls
this is what I
movie.
should
The
have.
Trolls is the rabid sort of dog thing.
Maybe this is what I should have gone to college for. Some kind of fucking literature degree. Oh my god.
Okay, Sassy Bonoy.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thanks for coming. Streams, I don't know when they're coming back. I gotta play Goody Two Shoes, but there's also more projects coming up that I might be able to work on. But also, I might not work on them on stream. You know the deal.
You know how it is.
I think I'm
this road.
realizing I need to like downgrade my hardware a lot, and I need to be a lot more loosey goosey with my shit and less like shoes to train. I think I need to be I need to strip it down a bit, and I think that way I'll actually be able to do it more.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us, Yuki. Thank you so much for being a terrible enabler to my Trolls addiction.
Well, thank you for being my terrible enabler. We're horrible.
We're horrible. Have a good night.
Shaking hands. We're horrible. Have a good night, everyone.
Alright, and raid. Go to bed. Okay. Raided.
Holy shit.
Did that raid work? Oh yeah, it
did.
did.